Alright, you back. The channel PsiX versus Ingt. Oh, awesome. Oh, it's just V Ingt. V Ingt, yeah. PsiX V Ingt. Yeah, you put the S in there, I could tell. Oh. Third time's a charm. Well, how many pads we got? Let's have a look. We got 4. Is the ace match just a best of 1 or is it best of 3? I've not. Yep. Yeah, because I've not really been briefed on this.
Volticus without being burned. Alright, what's up, guys? It's Friday night. We're here with some more StarCraft for you tonight. It is going to be a matchup between Psystorm Community and Insight Gaming. I'm joined tonight by Volticus. And we are apparently missing our first player from PsiX here. Ooh. Target and good target. Okay, I'll wait. We move for now. That's actually pretty cool. I gotta say, I respect that. That is awesome. As soon as we get our player here, we'll be good to go. We have Dissension. Is Dissension playing here? Or is it good target and target playing? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna redo this RNG here. It's target? Okay. The name is good target. It will be pronounced good target. I'll mess with you. Alright, let me over here to party chat. Okay. Random number between 1 and 10. Closest fixed map without going over. I thought he got the. He's actually declining me because I'm not on his friends list. Hold on, we know how to fix this. Add friend. I'll just send him a friend request. There we go. Invite to party. Alright. Copy. Pasta. Copy. Pasta. So we have a Tyler with a 5. Grapple 5. I mean, and Dissension actually hits it on the dot. It is. It's 3. That picks her. Hey, who say I'm not? Who say I'm not? He could be like remoting in on my PC right now, and it'd just be like, bam. Alright, so we're gonna come over here. Abyssal. Yes, we do. I've been doing this ever since I found out the night is. Alright. Alright, we're ready. We want to keep colors red and blue? Or... Alright, I don't mind it either. Sounds good to me. Orange and blue works. Go. This is gonna be. When is TVT not cancer though? Answer me that. Now, we all know it's Proxy Marauders where it's at. Spawning into the bottom right-hand corner is the orange Terran pieces from Insight Gaming. It is Tyler. He's actually just going to rally straight into the main base here. And see, there is a barracks first for Tyler. SUV is going to be pulled off the mineral line to chase his SUV around the base here. I just want to throw out one thing here about TVT matchups. The places where players decide to build the first depot and barracks actually do matter a lot. As we do have Tyler building his first one at the wall, at his ramp. That makes it very vulnerable for any tank play or cyclone play to knock down these depots and actually supply cap him. Whereas we look at Dissension, I like how safe he's being with his first depot. Back there behind the mineral line. We actually have 2 gas coming out here for Dissension. With a Reaper opening, so I'm a little curious if he's just going to go opt for that 1-1-1 play and go for the Banshees, whereas Tyler is going to go into his orbital command, and I will have to be right back.
You're right there, my guy. You're following me. Happy days. So Tyler wasn't opting to go for that double gas build, otherwise he would have had that gas earlier on. He would have had it before the gas deal went down. So he did just go for this really standard Reaper expand. We do see it was just no, he went straight into the reactor, and we do see Dissension's Reaper taking advantage of this. He's jumping straight into the main base of Tyler. What is he going to do with it? In fact, no, he did have a Reaper expand. I'm clearly blind tonight, as we do see Cyclones coming out of Dissension with no Reaper, with no add-ons coming down this barracks. Finally, we've got the Reapers coming down, harassing these minerals. Gets the full just gets out. Doesn't quite get the full surround on that Reaper. So it doesn't quite get any kills yet. It's bruising quite a few of these Reapers. And we do have the defensive Marines coming out of those reactors. I think it should clear up that Reaper if Dissension's not watching. Oh, it pulls away on 1 health. The clutch hold there, but I think this might be the end. Firing squad taking down that Reaper at the last moment there. So we do see a Cyclone move across the map. And there's not much here to defend. There's a couple Marines, and Cyclone shred Marines so quickly. They're a bit like, they just throw meat tenderizers at everything bio. It's crazy. But Tyler still has that Reaper inside the base of Dissension, as Dissension is going aggressive. He's going straight for the natural here. And that Reaper, 4 kills as well. The Reaper's just going to go straight in. Oh, I think he's going to lose us to these Marines. Just... No, so close. Oh, the hero SEV, they're getting the kill on that Cyclone. As we do see, neither... Dissension not opting to expand yet. He's going straight for the 3 racks factory starport. And I'm curious if he can even afford this, because he's going for that tech lab. He might want to be going to Marauders.
And we do have the gas. Oh, sorry, I'm back. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. I want to say that Tyler's ahead in this game so far, because he's got that second base up. Is equal on workers, but having that second base mining is going to give him so much extra income, because Dissension's main base is oversaturated at the moment. And Dissensions are closing on supply cap right now, and he's half the worker supply. There's nothing Dissension can do right now to damage Tyler, unfortunately.
I mean, if he's looking for some kind of timing, he might actually be able to find some damage, as Tyler is moving out on the map here. And I do like Dissension's unit comp against this. A tank and a Liberator will be able to shoot away these Cyclones very easily.
Oh man, but they're walking out, and Dissension's units rely on good position, and that Liberator needs to be sieged, and so is the siege tank. Otherwise, they can't really do their full effectiveness. Whereas Tyler's units just can A move at things and kill everything.
Yeah, he
So
did.
Tyler's army is just so much better here.
Army supply
And
is going to be able to clean up the Sentients here very quickly. This is 24 to 14.
Dissension's just rallying out his men on the map here, and it's got nothing to defend right now. It's got 2 Marines against 2 Cyclones and 8 Marines here of this Tyler. The siege tank does get sieged up though, and I think this is going to shut this down.
Yeah, he won't be able to go any further here for sure, but he is... Also, Dissension looks like he is going to expo to his 3rd base location. Looks like Tyler is actually just going to go for it and get right on top of his tank.
I think it's just going to work. With these reinforcing Marines, I think he might just do it. There he goes. And there's nothing here to defend for Dissension.
Whoa, hold on a minute. 11 SCVs are actually dying on the other side of the map to a Liberator right now. They're up to 16. Tyler has to equal this out. He has to equal this out right now. Otherwise, this might actually be over, and Dissension may actually pull this back.
Absolutely. He's lost very, very few workers here. They are almost equal on worker supply, but the production is just cramped on top of here. There's a single hero liberator here trying to clean up this aggression, but is he the Cyclone with 5 health, and the extra Marines have come down, and I think this should be game. There's not much left here with the siege tank coming down though. Dissension has another chance of a clutch hold here.
And he does, as his tank is sieged up into actually a very good position. Is Tyler will not be able to push anywhere near this command center.
No, but he's still got the range on these tech labs, on these barracks. Stim is done, but he's got no Marines to use it.
He's walking his army into the tank. The choke point will kill off this army.
That's so nasty there. And
however,
Tyler is just rallying everything out, and I think he'll eventually break him, but it'll take him a good while.
He should just load up right now and just drop on the tank. That's his best option to kill it. He can't keep walking in on top of it, but he looks like he does pick up that there is a 3rd base on the map. And essentially just going to run his SCVs away and lift that his would-be natural, and get on out of here.
A little bit of a BM move, but the Marines coming from behind, sandwiching in these SCVs. So few get away, killing 5 of them. There's so few left. And Dissension doesn't really have an income much at all here. He's got a little bit of defense, but Tyler's just running free here.
Yeah, I'm surprised Tyler just hasn't thrown down a 3rd base yet and just get further ahead, because as the wise man has said, when you're ahead, get further ahead. It looks like he is just going to push up the road.
Though did so much damage. It's cut down his income here, and he's only just been able to afford an extra base recently.
Yeah, but the worker count is
really good.
Yeah, but the worker count is still heavily in his favor at 28 to 16, and army supply is more than double that of Dissensions right now.
Yeah, this is going so well in Tyler's favor here. This is going to give him a really... the pickup there on the Cyclone. Beautiful micro, but it doesn't save any of those Marines. They are still going to get shelled by those siege tanks. And there's Olaf here too.
Alright, he's...
Yep.
Oh, sorry, but... Well, alright, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so Tyler back home has 2 Liberators just sitting here doing nothing right now. I'm not sure if they just finished, or if he meant to bring them out, but he needed them across the map.
He does. They could have cleaned up and given this a GG for Tyler here. He could have cleaned up those siege tanks with those Liberators, but alas, they're at home fending off the defending against the Liberators of Dissension with their beautiful harassment, constantly keeping that worker supply down low for Tyler. But he is going to rally out those Liberators. He is going to try and clean up everything that Dissension has. He doesn't want this game going on for another minute.
Dissension has been floating this orbital for a little while now.
Yeah, he's banking up a lot of energy. He could drop a load of mules, but Tyler just looking around, seeing if there's a proxy base anywhere in case there's extra income here that is not accounted for. Because that's a real easy way to lose. Just not spotting a ninja base and then just losing because they're just producing so much more stuff than you're expecting.
Yeah, I will say, as from a Terran player perspective, if you're mining, in fact, with any race, if you're mining and you do have army on the map, you are not out of the game as of yet. So I would kind of respect Dissension's idea here to stay in the game, as we could actually be very much be in a treat for a very long game.
Absolutely, yeah. Dissension is totally not after this. Is still kept about 17, 16 worker count this entire game, and he is now just getting that worker supply up. He's going to be catching up real soon with Tyler as a ninja base, as I was saying, comes down for Dissension in the 9 o'clock position.
Yeah, this is actually one base. Yeah, he's going to scout it. That Marine, the hero Marine, boys.
That's going to be massive.
He should, oh, but he's not on A move. He's not on A move. He's just gonna walk away from this base. He could be killing this SCV right now. And stopping that base.
Done just seeing it.
True, but will he respond to it as his army hasn't yet come over? Okay, he is on the move now.
I think this is it, and he is just gonna see that the base is here as well, so he's gonna get double damage down.
Marines are gonna jump on this base. Should force a liftoff here very shortly. As the hidden base will die.
But the army here of Dissension is slightly scary here.
He's just, there you go, he's finally killing the SCV, there we go.
And Dissension gets a nice cancel down, but the reinforcements here of Tyler is just rallying across the map, and Dissension able to get a nice fortified position here with the Liberator, with the siege tank. Is able to keep Tyler out for the meantime, as he doesn't have any siege tanks of his own.
The Viking count also in favor of Dissension here. These Liberators will be able to do work, but the moment these Liberators siege up, it's gonna be it for the Viking or the Liberators.
Those Liberators really need to siege up on that little army there. And he needs to have those Marines nearby. Taking down that siege tank is the #1 objective here.
Tyler will get both Vikings here, giving him control of the air, but he doesn't have any siege tanks on the way yet. Okay, he finally has one on the production tab. I know that's Dissension. He's not building any siege tanks at all.
Not at all. Neither player opting to go for the siege tank option. And we've still not got Stim or Combat Shield out of Tyler yet.
No
medevacs at all.
As a matter of fact, Volt, both players still have no upgrades between them.
Yeah, the only upgrade that's been researched is Stim that I don't think Dissension's used at all yet, even with the Marines has had. As he does go for this counterattack, I wonder if he's going to use Stim then on the third base that is now up for Tyler. The Mule Hammer has dropped on it, and Tyler's taken out this natural third base, whatever you want to call it, of Dissension, as it does have to float back home.
Yeah, Tyler does have army back home to defend this, which he will rally over here, but as soon as his tank sieges up, it's going to be incredibly difficult for him to push in. But he should be able to overpower it with the Marauders. As he is just walking them, as he is just walking into their doom. But he will be able to clean this up. 3 SCVs do get picked off, and there is another ninja base for Dissension going up here.
Yeah, Dissension loving that cheeky plays right here. He wants to postpone the end of this game for so long. He wants to be able to get on par with Tyler here, who's doubling his worker supply and quadrupling the army supply here, despite not having any upgrades whatsoever. With Stim only halfway done now, but Tyler's just looking so ahead right now.
Yeah, look at Tyler's base right now. His macro is on point this game. However, he's only building one Viking at a time out of a reactor starport. He's adding on medevacs. So that's not really going to be a critical tool to end this game for him, as he just needs to overpower the last bit of army here. He actually hasn't scouted this yet. He did not scout this. I'm surprised his SCV wasn't a tail at all as to where it's going here.
Dissension is going to move out. He's going to try and clean up this army, which he does with the tank support there. Not sieging up, but he still gets the A-move attack down there on the buyer that just gets cleaned up so easily. Tyler's going to try and clean up what he can.
If he gets the tanks here, that'd be pretty big. He does get one. He needs to keep the tank count down. Yeah, see, here's the problem. Dissension's going to climb back into this. There's no tank support for Tyler, but oh my gosh, the bio ball for Tyler moving out from his base right now.
So much bio, and Stim is just finishing up now.
Yeah, and Stim finally done. Nothing like a 14-minute Stim. It's all good. It's all good.
No combat shield though.
No combat shield.
I mean,
medevac should be working overtime, boys. Let's see it goes. I thought it goes.
Even without that, Tyler's been playing super well this game, keeping that money so low, even on that 3 base. And he's going to come around the back of this army of Dissension. He's going to take down both of those siege tanks. Not one shot gets down, and Dissension leaves the game.
Tyler tap out. No GG, just tapping out. All good. We understand.
It happens. It happens.
Alright, let's do a 5-minute count up here. Get ready for our next. Shouldn't take the full 5 minutes, folks. We will be back.
Yep. So, I'll bring in my next player.
And just remember, folks, this is all kill, which means if you win, you stay. If you lose, you are out. Tyler will advance to the second plat player for Psionic Aftermath. Or PsiX.
Yep. PsiX or PsiX, depending on which division you're up against. And I wonder, is target ready? Good target. Which one are we going up for?
We'll have to wait and see. I will actually be. I'm gonna mute the mic for now so you guys don't hear any squeak air or anything.
Sounds good to me. However, I'm just waiting on a reply real quick.
It's no worries at all.
Dissension jumping straight into a ladder game. Not happy with that loss right there. But I'm wondering how Tyler will play in game 2, because I think we'll have... I think it'll be another TVT. I think target's another Terran. I'm not 100% sure.
Hey, at least we got TVT tonight and not ZVZ. Alright.
Well, mirror matchups are pretty damn bad.
Okay, but let's face it. There's so many Zergs right now in Legacy and Avoid. It's almost impossible not to have a ZVZ at least once out of maybe like every 4 games. Ladder, you know? Half the time I've gone up against like 1 Terran and 1 Taz and like 2 Zergs in 4 games. It's insane. It's absolutely
know, right?
insane.
Having the nice mix of matches, real nice though. And doesn't seem like we have good target about right now.
No, that is not Pug Jakku. That is actually Volticus from the PsiX. Co-casting with me tonight.
Yep, I don't think anyone sounds as beautiful as I do, so I don't know how people are getting people mixed up with me.
Hey man, I'm solo casting. I've been told the same. I've actually been told the same co-casting with Kiwi actually. So, but we do have a couple. I think he's Australian. I'm not actually sure where he's from, but the accent does give it away a bit.
Does my accent give myself away?
Actually, if I wouldn't have known beforehand, it probably could very easily have been anywhere, you know, like Australia, who knows, England, that general area. But as I was told, you are from England, from what I understand. Is this true?
Yep, absolutely. I am from England. I am the Englishman at 2 in the morning, casting. Right then, I think we have good target ready.
We do. It will be PsiX's map pick tonight, guys, or next time around. And Abyssal Reef is out. Got my player asking here. Sit tight. Waiting for next player.
Ooh.
So anybody going to be? Is anybody in the chat going to be hit by the hurricane coming up down there in the south? I do believe some of my players might actually be affected by that. Just going to be kind of curious about that. There is a big hurricane coming up from the south down there.
Yeah, I've heard about the hurricane. It looks so deadly. Like, I've not seen a hurricane hit Texas for quite a while, to be honest. It's been a long, long time.
I thought it was kind of crazy when that one hit up here in New York way back when.
Yeah. I mean, I only hear nitbits about these hurricanes. I was like, oh, it's just a bit of wind and rain. We get there like 24/7 over here.
Right, but then you come over here and look.
The destruction, the flooding. Yeah. Like, oh.
Like, wait a second. Good target.
Good target.
Good target. Back.
Come on. Come on.
Alright, so we might actually wind up going 10 minutes before this game starts, but we're alright. We'll get it up here sooner or later. No pun intended. Keeping it clean. So apparently the chat is throwing out there that good target is a Zerg, so we will have a ZVT next time around.
Ooh.
Let's face it, it's
So
probably
the
one of
rest
the
of the clan knows much better than I do.
probably much better off. Honestly, out of every matchup in the game, if you had to choose, what one would be your favorite? Is the question.
Ooh, I mean, I love TVC. I really do. But I've been doing so well in TVP right now. I don't know why.
It's weird how that fluctuates a little bit from player to player. Like I've been struggling at TVZ, and then recently I started picking it up at TVZ, and my TVP has actually started to slip a little bit.
Oh my god, it worked. We've got him. Yeah, I mean, it's different playstyles though, isn't it?
Mhm.
I like to go really, really aggressive, just frontal pushes, and that works really well against Zerg, and it's really so much fun.
Yeah, I have. Depends on the map. I kind of open up with like a 2-Rax Reaper style. Build 3 Reapers. Be super annoyed with those Reapers, but don't build any more Reapers after that. Just go into a general macro game and try to hit that stem timing and build up from there and go for it. And if it works, most beautiful thing in the world. But if not, well, hope you get that third base and you're macroing hard enough because you might get beat.
That is literally the summary of Reapers there. If
Mhm.
it works, it's just so beautiful, but if it doesn't, it falls flat on its face, and like, whoa, did I macro behind this?
Yeah, with that Reaper nerf hitting a couple patches ago now. Let's see. Your map pick. Kind sir or madam.
Whichever one it is. I believe it's the wife. I don't know. Someone's going to correct me in chat. I'm too new to this clan, unfortunately. It sounds a little bit like Pug, also from England.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense then. If I'm getting confused with another Englishman, I'm fine with that.
I mean, at least you're not getting confused with someone like Boston, right? I mean, oh, that would just be awkward, like.
Oh god, yeah. Or some Texas cowboy or something like that. That'd be bad. Like
That would be terrible. That would be
terrible
terrible.
in more ways than one.
So we are just waiting on a map pick from Good Target. Abyssal Reef is out. Any ladder map except Abyssal.
Oh, can't believe we lost that first game. I had so much faith in our player. It was. I've already forgotten. It was Dissension, wasn't it? Dissension. I thought we would win this.
Oh, she's waiting. Go to go check maps.
Okay. I had so much faith in Dissension for winning that game. He opened up quite aggressive. He had really nice roof placement, but he didn't get any kills at the start. And the gas steal, I think, was a bit unnecessary. And I think he tripped himself up with a couple too many fancy moves.
Yeah, that is something that will kill a lot of Terrans. Any player in general doing something like that. I have seen a few Zergs try stuff like that against me, in which they come up and throw down a hatchery and try and immediately go into an Evo chamber and cancel the hatchery. Because you can do that.
Mm.
You can change into that Evo chamber. And from there, I think they just kept trying to micro it and it doesn't work.
Right, map pick is Odyssey.
Odyssey. Let's click the balance test mod there.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Why are my Reapers being Reapers, but my Ravens are not Ravens? What is this science vessel?
Oh man, I mean, I'm loving the Raven changes. They just seem so good. I've not properly tested them yet. I've just been sticking to just ladder, just the old-fashioned StarCraft.
I feel as if they took the Brood War science vessel and just smashed it together with the Raven skin and said, "Here you go."
They why don't you just have irradiate back as well? Get your defensive matrix.
Right.
Just go full out. So it is going to be TVC. Ooh, I'm looking forward to this on Odyssey as well. So we could see some interesting gold-based play out of Good Target and go straight to maybe Roaches, something along those lines.
Tyler has his slots. Okay, slots close and may actually be AFK. We have to be ready. Waiting
And
on a ready.
Things out of Good
There
Target.
we go.
Because I think Tyler not getting stem so early could really, really hurt him. against target. If she goes for maybe really quick speed, go for a baneling bust, not having stim just slows down your marines. It just makes defending so much harder.
This is something we were discussing before I actually joined you, Volt. Just his general opening he's been using lately in TVZ, I highly disagree with, so I kind of talked to him about it. Hopefully he just goes back to what he was doing before he started this habit.
Yep.
Is it like... Go ahead, I'll let you get your introduction then.
Okay, yep. I was just about to introduce our player in the bottom right-hand corner, representing Psionic Aftermath, down currently 1 game this series. So I'm praying here. I'm praying here for our player. Good target.
And spawning into the top left-hand corner, once again playing the Orange Terran Pieces. Currently up 1-0 in this series from Insight Gaming. It is Tyler. Already Tyler looking like he is going to opt into the opener I was discussing with him.
Yep, and it looks like we are going to see Hatch first, so probably going to see another gas and the pool slap down. Or it could go really, really cheeky and go for a 3rd hatch before pool at the gold base. That would be some crazy strats. I know it does work.
Which is something I'm hoping this SCV does catch. As we were discussing with this before he played, or after his last Zerg match, he was changing into this weird opening of going like 2-1-1 before an expo. And I feel that was just killing him in the long run because he just wasn't getting his natural down fast enough. And it looks like he is opting into that Reaper opener. Reaper expand.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do see good target going for a bit of the inoptimal going around. So you go for the pool first, then they went for the gas.
Pulling the drones here to try and catch the SCV.
No scouting, please. Do not scout my super standard play. I reveal far too much.
I do respect that a lot of players that do throw out that drone scout, throw out that probe scout really early. Playing safe, as you know, scouting does win games.
Yeah, absolutely. It really does help. So if you see that 2 gas, then you know, like, okay, Baneling Burst, roaches are going to be coming really quickly. So there's no, the hatchery isn't anywhere near done. You know it's going to be pool first. It's along those lines, so you know to prepare. And Tyler, seeing what he's just seen, is going to go for the CC on the low ground. He knows he's not in any danger.
That is exactly truthful there. As he will just throw down his next depot and get this wall off out, the Reaper just running right by the free drone here. The drone actually going to come back and scout.
I would love to have seen another production building, another barracks, or it would have been a barracks, yeah, rather than the factory, come down before that supply depot, just because he can get all that production so much quicker, and then go for the supply depot.
But I say thanks for the follow there. 3 numbers. I'm calling you numbers. I apologize, but you're now numbers. I didn't catch you fast enough to read. But thank you for the follow. And there we go. We are going to get into that 2-1-1. Because I do like I like the way he opens here. I only really do because he goes into the Reaper, and he doesn't immediately throw down his next production building. He does opt to try and get the SCVs rolling before he goes into it, but you're right, he does need to throw down his second barracks probably before his factory. Generally what I do.
Normally it would be barracks, so it'd be supply depot into barracks, into the command center, into another barracks, then a factory.
As the Reaper is coming in here to try and pick off a drone or two. The Big Mama Queen going to say, "Get off my lawn and away from my babies, you monster." As Reaper is just going to hang out here and look for that 3rd base. Hopefully he leaves this Reaper here. That'd be huge to deny this 3rd base. Assuming good target expands in that direction.
Assuming, yeah, is the more standard expansion direction for the Zerg, because they can easily go straight up. A lot of Zergs like to go in a straight line, just straight north or straight south, depending on which side they're going on, because it opens up that gold base so quickly. And it means there's only 1 line of defense as well, so all units are in 1 position.
So speed is about to finish up here, and there's something I want to throw out here that looks rather interesting. There's no reactor on this factory. There is indeed a tech lab.
And the starport's building the reactor.
Looks like he just wants to opt into that tank production sooner. Needs to load this bunker up.
Going down.
And I think he did read that, which is actually pretty good. The Reaper did try to deny the 3rd, by the way.
Just not quite in position to block it, but still. Gets the scouts off and gets deny on the hatchery as well. Gets a drone as well. That's massive.
Okay, so this tank is
I
going to
don't think
finish
that was
up.
necessary.
Banelings are going to roll in here. He needs to get on this bunker. He needs to repair that bunker. Nope.
Too little, too late, and these works are just going to get ravaged by these Zerglings as they roll in, coming on top of these. But
Oh, he didn't close the door.
Just couldn't pull up the door because the SCVs are in the way. But there's not enough. There's not enough links there.
Good hold. Good hold.
Up. Very nice hold. Losing only 3 SCVs. That could have been so much worse there for Tyler.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the third base did get cancelled by this Reaper.
Yeah, and good target's going to go for the opposite third base position.
Which is always a great idea to do, as that Reaper is going to be sitting here looking for that third base to come back. See that it is not here, and it looks like Tyler is going to bring this Reaper home. I feel he can use it for at least one more scout here to see exactly what the transition is. Thank you for the follow, Culture Hawk.
Yeah, and it looks like the transition is going to be very macro-oriented, as we do see go straight into a hatchery, getting 3 more gas down, all being mined from, and the double evos. So we could see maybe mutas come out, or I think it's more likely to be hydras, judging by the double evo.
That is definitely gonna be hydras, which seems to be the current meta if things go. Is Ling Bling Hydra?
Yeah, absolutely. Ling Bling Hydra is so powerful at the moment, but Tyler has the composition he needs. Is getting siege tanks out, which is so good against hydras. Much better than Widow Mines are against that composition.
I do want to throw out here that he's still on 2 barracks.
Yeah, I mean, it's still keeping that money low. He's got the high cost units coming out of the factory, out of the staple, so he can keep that money low. But he also needs to be getting down that third base. He needs to start thinking about expanding, because it's getting later and later in the game.
It does look like he's actually moving out.
Yeah, and this could be a beautiful timing. +1 is finishing up along with Stimpack.
Micro the Reaper. There you go. Very nice Micro though on that Reaper. Keeps it alive.
Very nice.
Denies the actual scout on this. It was actually a very good play here, because now Tyler is going to be able to push across the map.
Yeah, and there's nothing here for good target. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, good target actually misses the scout at the other watchtower too.
There are 2 lings on the map. That's it, and 4 queens to defend this. And
but it did get scouted by the other queen.
She's only got 4 lings in production.
It just now got scouted, which 4 more lings are on the way with another queen. She does opt for the Spire. Okay, so seeing the tank goes for Spire, there is a Roach Warren here too, but Tyler hitting like really good timing here. And just going to push right into this natural base location. The tanks need to siege up here to just make sure nothing gets on top of his marines as lings are about to pop out. Natural base is in danger of falling as drones are going to start picking it off. 11 drones so far from these tanks, and natural base does fall. And has Tyler broke it already? That is the question.
These coming in, there's just not enough here. The siege tanks are moving up forwards, but there's so many marines here with +1/+1. And the banelings are just going to be too little, too late. There's so few lings left. Hive is on the way. Spire is done, but there's no units coming out. And I think this is going to be GG right now.
As 22 drones have fallen, the queens are falling into main. There's already Lairs being morphed to a hive. It's not going to get anything out of this at this point. 1-1 about to be cancelled. Does cancel the +1 armor.
It's got seconds left on the other one.
Hey, he canceled the +1 melee or +1 range here. The siege tanks are just in a very good position here. Lol coming out a good target. And that should be it. Should be his GG popping up.
I think so, yeah.
As Tyler just hit.
Well played by Tyler again.
Indeed. He just hit a really good timing there.
Always looking on the bright side of life. I like it. GG. Well played by both players there. It's just a shame that good target couldn't see it coming. Tried to get in with that banging bus, but alas, nothing came of it.
And with that insight, gaming, we'll go up 2-0 in the series, prompting the first diamond player from PsiX.
Yeah, and we will be having. Let us find the name right now. We'll be having Target. Not good target, but Target come down as our diamond player.
Are you obviously going to come out here and look for that revenge kill? To avenge.
I think so.
His fellow loved one.
Wife,
husband.
Not sure. I know they are together, but.
But with that, let's keep in mind, guys, that Insight Gaming still has one more Platinum player to go, should Tyler lose before the Diamond Division comes into play. Whenever, let's actually go ahead and remove good target here. Target is Target in chat in the channel?
No. Just asking around now, but I can't see him anywhere. We'll have to find out. So Tyler on point tonight.
Yeah, I kind of got all of them before. Yeah, before I joined up with you to get any issues sorted out, as we did kind of run into it earlier, which I had desktop audio muted, and I apologize. I caught it fast enough. Got back around to it. But with that, I was getting on him earlier about before the match started, and like his opener was just so out there. He was going for a 2-on-1 on one base with no expo. His expos were coming out late, and from there it was like Zerg was like 4 base to his 1. And by that game point, the game's over. So I was getting on him about that a little bit, and finally he seems to have adjusted back. Maybe. Maybe. I do not know. But yeah, it just goes to show that trying to change up your playstyle too much can actually hurt you in the long run. But if you do that, go into the AI games and just grind out AI games until you can feel you got all the kinks sorted out, maybe the style, the build you're trying to transition into, pick up and learn. It's always good to have more styles, but at the same time trying to change up from what you know and you know you can play well will hurt you more in the long run than it will help you, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all just about practicing, and you can clearly tell that Tyler has been practicing.
Indeed. As we are waiting on Target, imagine they're discussing that last match, how Tyler plays. You want to toss a suggest by any chance?
I can't find Target. That's the problem.
Can't find Target. Oh man, we cannot find the Target. Sketchy, folks.
And the puns have come out as well.
Cannot find the Target. Chat here after that game, and good targets. Pizza is a good unit indeed. But of course, it depends on what kind of pizza.
It is. Pizza OP. Domino's, please nerf.
Domino's, please nerf. I mean, do you really want the Domino's to start falling? I mean, come on.
Do I? Okay, we'll go for the Papa John's, please nerf then.
There we go.
There we go. Spreading the love of the pizza.
I'm actually gonna go throw in the Nidus League here that we match going. You gotta spread the love, you know. Everybody loves StarCraft. We do have a suggestion. Thank you for the follow, Yenli. Greatly appreciated. Also, Jerry, thank you for the follow as well. Guys, it is PsiX's map pick yet again. As Tyler is been on point, knocking out both plats very quickly.
Very, very quickly, and I wouldn't be surprised if Target is able to bring it back.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Tyler. You know, he does play at a very good platinum level. Just some slight mistakes he made, I feel, is keeping him in plat too, but he can easily make it to diamond. Just gotta get on that grind train, just start rolling.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get to diamond. There is a bit of a jump between platinum 1 and diamond 3, but it's definitely something you can overcome. And
it's usually on the tail end of that plat 1, by the way, as you get closer to that diamond MMR. I've had this problem at the beginning of every season. It's pretty much towards the mid-season as well, because I'll jump into a game, be winning, and then out of nowhere, I'm about halfway through plat 1, almost diamond, and there's the first Masters player. There's the first diamond 1 player, and from there, it's just snowballing back to plat 2.
I'm
at the point where I'm just like, you know what, I might just say no. I'm just going to go over here and stay at plat 2 and play unranked for the rest of the season, just to get the games in. We are just waiting on a map pick here.
Yeah, it looks like I'll be picking, so it'll be I think we'll go to Mech Depot
Alright.
as our next game.
One of the newer maps in the map pool. Something on this map that really, as a player, bothers me a bit. Wait. We want Catalina?
No, I was joking with him.
Okay.
He messaged me, please don't pick Catalina.
Catalina. I might have to go. I might have to find the base trade intro just for that map.
Do it. I want the sushi memes back.
Alright, the sushi memes will be a thing. I'm gonna go find this before we start this match. Alright, there. I just want to capture here. Purpose. Alright, perfect. Okay, we're good. I will throw this up for the game. We do have it ready for both players here, as we are going to load it into this game.
My name is Doug. You killed my wife. Prepare to die.
Thank you for the follow, blank space death notes. Greatly appreciated. Also, Global Bandazi. Thank you for the follow. Banadazi. And the floor is yours, Volt.
Thank you very much. So we do have, representing Psionic Aftermath, spawning in the top right-hand corner, in the blue trunks, trying to avenge the death of his wife. It is Target.
And in the bottom left-hand corner plays the orange Terran pieces. From Inside Gaming, currently 2-0 in the series, it is Tyler, looking to not get destroyed by Target.
I hope so. Tyler's playing super well today, but I'm hoping, as a proud Sonic Aftermath member, that he will be destroyed completely and utterly by Target. I'm not even going to hide the bias right now.
Hey, it's all fair love and war, my friend, as Tyler does have the target in sight. But will he be able to destroy the target? Or will he miss blindly, as in PUBG everybody does seem to miss the targets in PUBG, let's face it.
Oh god. I hope he can't miss that badly. I hope he can do some damage to Target. Give it a fair game, because I don't want Target to roll over Tyler. Now that wouldn't be very fun now, would it?
As we do have another TVT, so... On Mech Depot, I wonder if this is any... how should I say? Foreshadowing is what we might see on this map. Mech Depot, 2 Terrans.
Are you trying to say we'll see some bioplay?
Oh, totally! It's definitely going to be bioplay. Bio all around, sounds good.
Oh man, but we do see... It just looks like it's going to be a Gas First Reaper expand out of Tyler. And on the other side, we have a Barracks First Reaper expand, so complete opposite ends of builds here. Neither player options go for the really aggressive 2 gas opener here, going straight into factories, both going really greedy.
Reaper gonna pop out here for Tyler. Gonna get the first SCV and first blood off target. What would you say that? What, 1 HP there from target?
I think so, yeah, but we are gonna... Oh my god, the Reapers are going to the same direction, so we are gonna have a little bit of a Reaper duel. But I think... Oh no, Target could have had the better position, but the move command there, I think he could lose his Reaper here. That's massive here for Tyler.
No, Target's too far ahead here with his Reaper. He'll be able to get the cliff first and heal up. Ooh.
Ooh, nearly a nice grenade there, but he's gonna lose that Reaper, and that's gonna be really annoying.
Oh!
Lose it. That was
what did you get out with?
really
1
nice.
HP on the Reaper. Will Tyler try to cut him off is a question. But he's just chasing it. I feel Tyler can let him go at this point, as he does have more army on the way.
Oh, but he's going
But he does get
finally lose that Reaper. And that gives Tyler a lot more mobility to run around target space. Since there's no Reaper to chase after it, there'll only be Marines or tanks, anything like that. And he's got this Reaper just lying about now that he can use to scout, can use it to harass, whatever he really pleases.
Most Platinum players aren't that fast at, multitasking. Gotta give them that. Probably went home to throw on some production.
You underestimate your own teammate here.
No, I don't underestimate him. Trust me, I do not underestimate this guy at all. He has beat me numerous times in the past. I do not underestimate him at all. And mostly off A, I do something cheeky, or B, he just actually out micros me in the end and just comes out on top.
Nah. But I wonder, will he out micro and out macro target here? Who is very equal at the moment with Tyler. Same work supply, same army supply.
Yeah, he should get an
Reaper is going to cause havoc.
Yeah, he will get an SCV here. He will get out as well. But something I want to point out about this map real quick is the pathing for most of the units here can be very odd in the early game. As with Abyssal Reef, a lot of SCVs, a lot of pros, everybody when they send out that scout in the early game will just go straight across the map. Here, it's very easy to miss a scout on a proxy, or, just in general, if you're trying to catch that probe coming out for whatever reason, your units will go to the complete opposite ends of the map.
Yeah, it plays out a lot like Daybreak.
As it does.
Do you remember
yes,
that?
Daybreak, I remember that map a lot. It used to be a lot of 4-Rax Marines going on there.
Yep, I played against 4-Rax Marine on this map, actually, earlier today even. It fell flat on its face, because this isn't Daybreak, but damn, it's such a similar map, and the way it plays out with the rocks in the middle.
Thank you for the follow, TJ Cover 3.
Yeah, and with the base layout as well. But I'm wondering, will they take advantage of the layout of this map at all? It's so easy to go for the Doom drops.
We do have a scan being thrown down on Tyler's base to see exactly what he is up to and to see exactly where his army's at. I do believe this drop will get spotted, as we do have Target also respawning with a drop of his own. I'm a little curious to see if he tries to micro and catch Tyler's here.
I wonder, but I think these medevacs are going to boop into each other, a bit like Overlords.
Bump.
Oh, yeah, they bumped.
Now how awesome would it be if both of them just crash into the ground right there because they ran into each other?
I think that'd be anticlimactic, because then there'd be no more aggression.
True,
would you be sad that
but it would be pretty silly. It would be pretty silly.
It would be silly, agreed. And Tyler's attack's going to hit first.
I like the fact that he found some space behind the mineral line here.
Oh, but he's going to start losing Marines because he's not microing this against the siege tank, which is getting pot shots off on these Marines, and he's going to get cleaned up real easy. And Tyler just opting to come home.
A little bit of an F2 actually on that, by the way.
Yeah, Target's taking a considerable supply lead now. He's got a good 10 army supply lead. Losing that, all those Marines in that medevac was massive here for Target.
It looked like a bit of command move on this drop, by the way, Volton, as he is just going to send his medevac back over here to the third base location of Tyler.
Yeah, which he is just slapped down now.
There's no army actually here to defend this.
No, there isn't actually out on the map, and nothing mobile enough. He's only got siege tanks and a couple Marines, so I think this base is forfeit right now.
He is adding on the Vikings. He does just cancel the third base. I actually like that call. Good idea from Tyler, just to cancel the third. Save himself that 100 mineral.
And an interesting position for this third base for Target. Right in harm's way, can be attacked from any angle, and it's not quite in position, so I'll still have to lift it off. So I'm not sure if I like that too much, but
yeah, the medevac with Tyler.
Target, I'm not going to blame him too much. It could still work out.
Oh, DJ, medevac with Tyler did get the scout on that. Actually, sending another empty medevac back across the map. Marine coming out here to this watchtower is just going to get picked off real quick.
Yeah, and hopefully Target will realize he's really far behind upgrades right now. Tyler's already got his +1/+1, and Target is only halfway done right now, and he's getting high-sec auto-tracking. Oh, is that command center going to be a planetary fortress at the front? Is that what it's going to be? I think it's a possibility with the high side quarter
It
striking,
might actually be a planetary, yes.
but it's definitely not going to be.
Oh, this Viking going to get a full
Tyler
medevac of
move out.
Marines. That's actually a very good pick off there for Tyler, but army supply is still in favor of target.
Absolutely. I mean, Tyler's ahead in army supply now as well.
Oh, but this
A
turret.
really nice position just to contain Target right now. He doesn't really need to take a decisive engagement as long as he can keep Target in his base.
So, yeah,
It
he
doesn't
just
look like that's going to happen. Oh, is that going to... Oh, that medevac on 8 health. So close to going down. And I think Tyler might take down Target here. And that's really quite scary.
does seem to be the case, but these medevacs are going to be able to get the low ground vision as well. There's only one Viking here. I feel he needs to start adding on more Vikings. Yeah, there's no Vikings coming out of target right now. It's just tanks and Marines. Oh, nice snipe on that tank.
Tyler is playing so well right now, but come on, Target, you've got this. Bring this back.
I think that is actually going to be it. His target is down. 28 supply here, and SCV is beginning to fall in the natural base. Liberator. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Tyler bringing up that Liberator on the ramp, just gonna lock target into his main base. Oh, put it back. That unsiege there. That unsiege there. He could have just kept it there and killed this natural though, and honestly, from there he could just backed up and got further ahead and just macroed up. But the unsiege on the Liberator, the unsiege on the Liberator there actually got it killed.
Yeah, it was a bit overextending himself trying to get that Liberator right there in the first place, but...
Thank you for the follow, Broadway2323. I apologize, Youthful. I keep doing that. Just trying to get the thanks in. Trying to get the thanks out there. I greatly appreciate any love coming back to the stream, you know?
Oh, man.
Ooh, this tank positioning on the high ground here. Finding some free pot shots on some of Tyler's units.
Yeah, with no air support here for Tyler, it's going to have a real hard time cleaning up that siege tank.
Yeah, this is actually starting to look like a bit of a mistake he was making in game number 1, where he wasn't building tanks, but he was building air. Just needs to put 2 and 2 together here, man. I think he'll get it, but he is adding on some medevacs.
Yeah, Tyler pulling his game right into form right now. Game 1 wasn't looking so great. I thought Tiger would take down after what we saw in game number 1, but game number 3 here, wow, Tyler pulling it out of the bag.
We do have Target adding on a couple more barracks as well. Thank you for the follow, Michael. Greatly appreciated. The air support finally arriving for Tyler, but I don't know if these medevacs can reach, as they are... Yeah, they look like they're just a little bit out of range, but Vikings being added on here, going to chase down these medevacs, which are going to drop on top of the medevac. Oh.
He didn't need to do this. If he can just contain, keep Target on one base, he's nearly mined out now, and he would just be GG.
Looks like he is just going to say, I'll go back up here.
Yeah, he lost all of the Marines and the Marauders, so now they're just so vulnerable for Target just to take down.
Army supply did swing back in favor of Target's favor, but behind this, Tyler did take another base. He's actually building out 2 bases here.
Yeah, absolutely. He's building so many more barracks, and I'm not sure if I like the positioning here because they're just so vulnerable to attack. Because once you get on top of that production, it just practically dies. It's kind of sad. But Target is going to go straight for this 3rd base, I believe. He's going for that watchtower, rally up his units, and then go straight for the high ground up in that 9 o'clock position. And there's nothing here to defend so far for Tyler. He doesn't know it's coming. I don't think he realized Target has such a big army.
And he's finally adding on more tanks. I feel Tyler needs to add on another factor here. He's actually got a lot of idle SCVs chilling out in the main base. And I think at this point, nerves are starting to get to Tyler as he has no gas. And he's floating a lot of resources here.
Those minerals have just mined out, so those SCVs are
just... repair!
Oh.
Target finding some damage here.
Targets. Could still come back into this game, I think.
Oh, but there's no tanks here. Tyler, if you jump on this, Tyler, you're in a very good position, actually.
Yeah, but Target has the advantage in upgrades here. He has the +2 weapons.
Oh, no.
And Tyler's not gone above 1-1, even though we got them so early.
Hey, man. Siege tanks are a very scary unit for a reason. Doesn't matter if you're 2-2. Those 0-0 siege tanks will still tear apart that army.
Absolutely, and we do have Target with +1 on the siege tank weapons.
Look at this. Target is actually out of position here as Tyler is going to move across the map. Oh,
I wonder though.
Oh, he might be able to, he might be able to trap Tyler's army here. Or they might just base trade. They might just be a bit. Oh, he is going to come back. I was going to say. He might just kill the rocks in the middle of the map and go for the base trade.
Yep, Tyler in a lovely position here to take down this this third base up here of target, and that's going to put him so far behind because it's already behind in workers by so much, and he really needs this to come back into the game.
Indeed. Also, thank you for the follow, Winky Cat. And also, in the southern part of Mech Depot here.
Take down these siege tanks. Has possibly got this
fight.
Oh,
is a tank on the high ground still.
Target.
We got a tank on the high ground, and medevacs are going to get picked off as well. Tyler actually expoing to the south behind that push. Just getting caught out of position there in that fight is going to might actually start to seal the deal here. There's no armies really here for Tyler. All being rallied to the south.
If Tyler can defend this push, he's in really good shape because Tiger has very little economy behind this. He's got one base economy. His
Widow Mine here. This Widow Mine. Scan going to go down. Nope. Not going to get a shot off. Oh, if he can get the tension from a siege, it'd be in a good fight. In a good place, but this is too much bio here.
I think so, and there's not enough time here to prepare for Tyler, and I think Tiger's just going to walk over this. I think he has the momentum to be able to just crush Tyler here.
2 siege tanks left in this mix. Already supplied, doubling Tyler's right now, and upgrades are only 1-1 for Tyler, as 3-2 is about to finish up here for target. And here comes the final push of the game. I do believe Tyler realizing that, just going to stand to fight. And GG is going to be called. No stem. Did he forget stem? He did forget stem. That will do it. That will do it.
But I think the biggest thing was trying to drop on top of those siege tanks. If he just kept inside of that natural, then he would have been... I think he could have taken it. Because he was so close to just mining out target's main base, and he would have had no income whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give him a little bit of advice after the game.
Oh, so
even
close.
If it late stem, get stem. I mean, let's face it, we've seen games won off of like a 14-minute stem, as we did see earlier. But with that will be the end of Tyler's run tonight, guys. He did go up 2-1 for Insight Gaming, which will prompt the next platinum player for Insight Gaming here.
Super well played by Tyler. He nearly had it, and I think that could be Target's weakness, but I hope not. Personally, I hope not. I hope he can bring it out, bring it into 2 wins here for Target.
I'm just gonna kick Tyler here. Get our next player in. Alright, there we go. This time it will be Insight Gaming's map pick. I'm a little curious to see what she picks. Thank you for the follow, Volt.
Yeah, I've been holding off for a little while. I don't know why, but there you are.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. I'm messing.
Enough of that, I'll just unfollow now.
Okay, Serena. You have maps.
So we've done Abyssal, Intel, we've done Abyssal, Mech Depot, and Odyssey, haven't we?
I can't, sorry.
That's no worries at all. Acolyte, ooh.
A map is actually becoming near and dear to my heart. It reminds me, now that I think about it, this map actually reminds me a lot of Dusk Towers. If anybody who played Dusk Towers, or if you remember that map, some of the best games I think have come out on Dusk Towers.
I never liked Dusk Towers, but I do really like Acolyte.
I only say that because once the map splits down the middle, you just see some of the best games, like long games, fun games.
Yeah, I mean, split map games are so nice, but Acolyte just stops that. It just forces you to be super aggressive. Because if you take control of the map, then you can take those gold bases. They're yours. And you have to sort of expand to the sides, which just opens you up to attack as well. So everything lays up for an aggressive game, which I quite like. A lot better than Dusk Towers.
Are we ready?
So TVP, first Protoss of the night.
I'm not going to give anything away. He's known for a couple of interesting units. I'm not going to give anything.
Oh, she's not one of those disruptor girls, is she?
I mean, she could be very disruptive, but not with what you think.
Oh god.
Oh man, a lot of fun. If you ever get the chance to play against Sarita, she's a lot of fun to play against. I will say.
I mean, I'll give it a shot, definitely. Let's see how that goes. I might be a bit good though.
As a Terran
Blowing
player,
my own trumpet, yeah. I Yeah, as I was saying earlier, TVP is my best matchup at the moment.
we are
But
just
let's see if
waiting.
Good Target can say the same.
And we
Just
are
Target.
just it's target now. As
It's
last game,
Target.
Tyler did get eliminated by missing the target ever so slightly.
It was so close. Heart was in my mouth there. I was like, oh my god, is he gonna get up that ramp? He just threw the game.
We are waiting for the target to reset and be ready to go.
Yep.
That's the question. Hey guys, we are just waiting on PsiX to give us a ready. Then we will start this matchup.
Yeah. Hopefully he can respond a little bit soon because I'm looking forward to this game because you've been hyping me up a little bit for Serena here, but I think Good Target might have this as the high rank player.
I wouldn't count her out just yet. I've played a few matches against Sarita, and sometimes I do catch her off guard. It depends on how cheeky you decide to be. I've known as Cheeky McGee for a reason within Insight Gaming. I kind of threw that title out there myself and just started to stick a little bit as people do know me for the proxy plays. But when it gets into the long game against Serena, she has this very good map awareness with everything. And thus she happens to leave something laying out that she shouldn't, and it just happens to be some ghosts or some EMPs. But other than that, everybody loves EMP, them High Templar, man. I mean, come on.
Oh man, EMPs are so good. Getting those ghosts, but they're just so expensive.
They are.
High Templars.
I mean, with the balance changes coming back, we could see some very old builds from back in the day. Maybe some proxy ghosts. I don't know. But, if that sticks, think about it. Think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be crazy fast. It'll be like a 2:45-minute ghost rush. It'd be crazy. I don't want that.
Thank you for the follow
on that one. So it won't happen.
That would explain a lot, actually. Okay, guys, we are just waiting on target to return. Oh no.
Nope. Have we lost them?
Okay, there we go. There we go. Ready to get us ready earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Is she ready now though? Because that was like 3 minutes ago.
Ah, she's here. Yeah, she's here. See.
Finally, yeah. Luckily. Whew. Forgotten Serena's just there, 0 APM. Drone's just mining away.
And it just comes back and throws down like 7 nexuses.
Yeah, still wins.
And take it away, good sir.
Absolutely. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, just come off his rampage, giving revenge off the death of his wife earlier, we have our very own Terran target.
And in the top right-hand corner is the green Protoss pieces. I think this is actually a good debut for clan matches, to be honest. It is a green Protoss of Serena from Insight Gaming. Our first TVP of the night. So far we've had TVZs and TVTs.
Well, no Protosses at all, actually. First Protoss tonight.
This is the first Protoss. We do see a very fast probe coming out here.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a really quick... Oh, no, I take that back. I was going to say it was going to be a gateway expand, but it looks like we're going to have double gas come out of Serena. So I wonder what fast play we're going to see out. This could possibly be Stargate expand.
I have an idea of what she's going to go for here. Because if you look the way the workers have gone, I don't think she notices this herself, but the SCV is going to completely miss this probe. So there's two things this probe could end up doing. Coming up here, trying to deny this SCV from actually finishing this barracks, which it will finish due to map length and not being able to get there early enough. But she's going to come here and get a scout. And we do see her going after that SCV there. But my guess is what she's going for is possibly the pylon rush.
Oh. I mean, a pylon rush with oracles coming out is super strong. And...
I think oh, okay. We do see that back expand on Acolyte being taken. The super safe Pocket Expo making a return to StarCraft 2.
Serena's probe trapped in by target right now, who is opting to go for... just the gas first Reaper expand at the moment. I think he's going to go into a factory, hopefully get mines, and if he can identify what tech Serena's going for, he can either go for a Widow Mine drop or Vikings, hopefully.
Alright, man. I know Terrans are cheeky, but come on. You're going to block the Expo with the depot? Really? Really?
Normally you see the engineering bay because they've got more health.
And it's probably actually cheaper just to go for the depot. Which is why I imagine he did. This SCV is actually going to die to Stalker here. Get it! Get it! There we go.
Oh, just. And I guess if you finish the supply depot, it's got more utility than a engineering bay. So I guess you can get like +1 weapons.
Yeah, okay, she is just going to ignore this Reaper, which could honestly be a bit of a mistake, but she does have a second Stalker. It's actually rallied away. Okay, there we go.
It looks like we are going to see a pylon rush. As we were saying, there is going to be no tech behind this. There's no Stargate. And this Reaper is just wreaking havoc on the mineral line here of Serena.
Stalker.
As he does get 2 probes going down right now.
Couple seconds away of popping out this Stalker here. There we go. That should clean it up. But 3 probes already being picked off this early in the game, especially when you're going for such a cheeky rush.
Yeah, and he does get out with the Reaper as well, which is really nice.
Oh.
And hopefully he can see this coming, but as soon as he sees these pylons going down, he needs to start building more supply depots to replace those. He needs to get out a Cyclone and a Viking. That
also,
helps so much.
This Widow Mine here is going to get a connection on this. Ooh, that hurts. It's a Mothership Core. Oh no.
That's completely negated any damage that
Serena
can do right now. Oh, wow, that was a beautiful play there by Target, just completely shutting down the aggression there by Serena.
I was really...
She's left with no tech, no expansion.
I was actually really...
producing 1 Stalker at a time.
I was actually really worried there that she was going to notice that Widow Mine and pull away just in time, but... Must have been busy.
Clearly not, wow.
She did immediately rebuild the Mothership, so...
And that lays Target up now for a beautiful Widow Mine drop as well, so... Which I'm not the biggest fan of since there's no scouts on the tag, but we do see a Robo going down, and this mine drop's going to come down hopefully very, very soon. Are we going to see it? Yep, there we are. And this Robo's just probably going to get done by the time it hits. But yeah, that's going to be real nasty there for Serena.
Let's keep in mind, though, Acolyte is a big map indeed. Which means we could see an Observer pop out just in time here. With the Stalkers, and there's a Sentry here. It shouldn't get too much damage done if she responds to this, but it looks like it is heading for the natural. There isn't any probes out just yet.
Not just yet. And Serena is quite a bit behind in probes as well. She hasn't really lost any, but she's not been producing them. That's the problem out of the extra Nexus.
Really good map awareness here coming out of Serena, putting these stalkers in position here to catch his mothership medevac. My bad. Ooh, and the unload. Oh, that's actually a really big pick off there.
That was an insane pick off. I think that's just tilted the whole game in her favor now. There's no more aggression coming out for target now. He's going to go again. He's going to go for another Widow Mine drop with the same composition in there. But if he makes the same mistake again, that's just a massive throw here.
As I was saying, that map awareness of Serena actually coming out there and just being aware that that was coming. Being able to pick that off.
We've got this warp prism coming out. It is going to be scouted by that Reaper, so he does know it's coming. But I don't know if he's going to react to it. I don't think he's... No, he's not reacted at all. We are going to see adepts coming out. I think he's going to go for the full 4 adepts, try and snipe off as many SCVs as possible.
This medevac may actually be might catch it here. Yeah, nope, they're actually going to dodge each other. I was very close.
No, but he should have seen it with the Reaper on that watchtower. That's what he's there for, but in come the adepts with no glaives at the moment, so the damage isn't going to be massive here.
He is bringing his drop back right now, by the way. He's going back out. A bit of an F2 there again. Yeah, but a bit of an F2 there.
Yeah, he is going to correct that. He's going to send out his Reaper back to the watchtower and his medevac over to the base, but there's no third base down for Serena, so if Target can hold off against this, he's in such a nice position because he's got 3 CCs up. And with that, he's going to have 3 CC SCV production.
There's nothing here.
Not using.
There's nothing here to defend this. She needs to throw the overcharge. Throw the overcharge.
Oh, the observers on the other
10 probes for the first Widow Mine hit. Oh my god.
Oh, and they can't even clean up the Marines as well. I think this is going to be GG since the observer's so far away.
Wouldn't put it out just yet. Going out these hallucinated phoenixes, trying to scare target a little bit back into his base, I would imagine. Unload here in a natural, however, and 11 probes are going to fall here, but the Stalker army is coming down here to clean this up. Medevac going to get out of there.
1 health again. Oh my god, the clutch medevacs in this series right now.
Stalkers do clean up the rest of his drop, but meanwhile, back in the main base, there is no mining going on whatsoever. In fact, this Immortal is already very bruised. Oh no, Serena.
Yeah, he's been sacrificed for those Widow Mine hits.
Uh-oh.
And the Observer's just gone back home now, so he's going to be able to clean up these Widow Mines just in time, I think.
Worried about this. There we go.
Seconds away.
But all said in the end, I mean, as this game gets further into the match here, or goes on, we should see Protoss start to tech into the Storm, tech into the Colossus, as we do have Thermal Lance on the way.
Yeah, so you're going to have the Robotech, but Target needs to identify this. He needs to counter this. He needs to go either for Vikings, which would be the hard counter, or he needs to go for Liberators, which is more of a soft counter, but it has a lot more utility.
It is usually around that 10 to 12 minute mark, by the way. We will see Protoss start to kick it into gear.
Absolutely, but with one Colossus, it's not very scary. It's only once you get to 4 to 5 Colossi that you hit that critical mass, and all of a sudden Bio starts to melt, and you just can't engage Protoss armies with Bio alone.
We do have target moving out here. 1-1 about to finish up. This +1 armor is about halfway done. Hallucinated Phoenix trying to catch this army actually, but a drop here in the natural base. The Adepts are going to get in here and start finding some more damage, picking off 3 SCVs so far. Hellions going to come back to help clean this up.
Going to pick this up, get out of here. Well, and the more F2s, I mean, the clock is ticking here. These Colossus are being pumped out.
I'm going to go out so far.
Temple Archives as well. Storm's going to be on its way. And if Tuggy doesn't strike fast, take down a third that's just been placed down now, then he's up to just die to Storms, to Colossi, because there won't be much here to counter it.
This Warp Prism buying as much time as possible for Serena. This is going to rotate around to the third base. Actually, if signs are pointing to what I think it is, it should prompt him to come back again. Looks like he is just going to go out. Push out here. Where's the Mothership? Alright. Mothership Core has full energy, so if she can get a few more pylons up here, she should be able to hold this very easily with losses and silent, or, overcharge.
I hope so, but there's only 1 pylon, and we do see a drop being set up in the bottom by Serena, and I think for now, this push is going to be held off.
We do have a Doom drop. We do have the Doom drop coming. Go right to the natural base. Massive. She doesn't see it either.
Oh, he's going to go straight for the natural. Try and take down the economy here. But I would
Really good play
prefer
by
to go
target.
straight to the main base, take out the tech. You've got a bigger spread against those Colossi, which are going to come in 2 at a time now and going to start cleaning up these Marines big time.
We do have our...
It's
Go ahead.
so heavy Marines, so it's just going to melt all these Colossi.
But he does snipe out the natural, and he will just pick up and get out of here. Oh, but he unloaded Blink Forward. Not getting a full medevac there. Almost sniping out one medevac, though.
Yep, and it's nearly going to get that War Prism with another F2, but...
Actually, where is the Warp? Okay, the Warp Prism did come back. Okay, she left the Adepts on the other side of the map, but is looking for that Warp Prism.
Oh, and the transfer coming down right now, just sacrificing these probes. Going down 2, 3, 4 is just getting the 5 for basically nothing there. There's only a couple Marines and a Marauder there.
She's to start adding on her +1 attack for her Colossus. She's only on +1 armor right now. We do have target, just get complete map control. This Warp Prism, though.
Oh, is he going to take out that Warp Prism? Oh, just...
Oh, he didn't get the stim. He needs a stim. He's going to get away.
On these Stalkers are going to come out to get it, but this army is just not prepared to take down Colossi.
It's not at all medevacs.
Oh,
this is a pretty beefy Marauder army, so...
It is, but there's just no gateway units just to tank there for the Colossi. She nearly loses 1 Colossi there. I think he needs to push in, try and get the Colossi, finish the game here before these units come out and start defending these Colossi. She's not getting more Colossi. This is a really bad move here for Serena. It's costed the game. She didn't get any more Colossi.
Yeah, that's actually going to be it for Serena. I'm a little disappointed she didn't get into her DTs. From behind Dark Shrine. That's what she's known for within Insight Gaming, is these DTs.
Oh man, the DTs.
DTs would have been huge here. DT going to be called.
Target's going to take the second game of his career in this matchup here. I'm going to bring the entire series up to 2-2.
And with that, we start to get into the diamond play. I think she could have actually gone some DTs and got some damage done with that. Because the entire army was across the map there. For a target. Leaving the natural and third very exposed. Bit distracted. It's understandable. We'll go ahead and remove. And that should prompt our first diamond player and only diamond player for this matchup.
Yeah, and we are going to go into double diamond now. So, diamond 1 versus diamond 3. Ooh, I don't like the looks of this.
Alright, welcome sir. Your map pick. Let's see here, Acolyte, Abyssal. Okay, wait. We didn't play Ire yet, so Odyssey.
Nope.
What was the other one we played? Mech Depot.
Yeah, I've got Ascension, Interloper, and Catalina left.
So Ascension, Interloper, and Catalina.
See, with that good of a casting power, we finish each other's sentences now.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
I have to do this more often.
I mean, we have got a clan war of my old clan versus your clan Sunday. So
actually, is that match still going to happen if you're not going to be there? Do they know?
No, I will be there. I'll still be running it for them since I said I'd be committed to doing it. So
okay, fair enough. Next map has been chosen here.
Yes, Ascension to Aya. I think this will be a ZVT, and
this will be a ZVT.
Ooh, another one. We've not seen Target play in a ZVT yet, or a TVZ even. So I'm curious how he plays, because they've been playing mostly TVTs this time, and the odd TVP.
I will be right back, actually, at duty. A little bit too much.
Alrighty. I'll see you in a minute. So in TVC, we often have, we'll either have the Hellion Banshee command, which is a really nice mech opening, opens you up into really early aggression. And if the Zerg backs down on their defense, if they don't make so many queens, or they make just, if they try and drone up too much, they don't make enough lings, then the Hellions could do so much damage along with the Banshee if it's not spotted, if it's not dealt with. But I think Xerxes is, I like that name. I spotted the pun there now. If he spots that, I think he'll do really nice. Or you can go for the 2-1-1, which is kind of an old school build now. I don't think too many people do it. I do it all the time, so I'm not quite sure what most of the Terrans do in Zerg at the moment. It's all it's a mixed hat at the moment. But the Zerg normally wants to be going for the Lingbane Hydra composition as you do get into the mid to late game. It really battles against Spy really well. The Lings and the Banes tank against Marines really well, and the Hydras just shred Bio. And Hydras cost a lot less gas than Hydras do, than Roaches and Ravagers do. So you can get into the Hive tech, and you can get to that Ultra tech really quickly, and then just move from there and just crush the Terran. That's the Zerg's game plan. And the Terran needs to be on his ball to try and defeat that as they go into the later game. And you're back. Welcome back.
You were talking a little bit about there what Terran seems to be doing lately. So far, a lot of the pro scene seems to be kind of transitioning into that Hellion, Hellbat, Marine push. You kind of transition either very well into mech or into bio play. That seems to be one way Terran's been playing lately.
Yeah, I mean, Gumiho's play from, was it last season's GSRs really kind of go, whoa, mech is all of a sudden really viable because it's no longer the Avillo style turtle mech. I'm going to build 120 siege tanks, wait in my base until 200, and then I'm going to move out. It's constantly moving out with Hellion harassment, with Banshees, with Vikings, with Thors even, with battle cruisers, everything, just to try and get your opponent, pick them apart the same as you would with Bio, just using a lot more tanky units that don't die to really fast units such as Lings and Banelings by themselves.
We played a Cup Nidus match a few weeks ago, all in Nidus League, in which Xerxes did go up against a style like that. The problem with it was once he got enough roaches out to clean up the Hellions and Hellbats, there was nothing but medevacs left.
Yeah, the problem is you need enough siege tanks to be able to destroy most of what the Zerg can throw you. I was watching, it was in the Filthy NA Cup, it was earlier on, it was on the Gauntlet, and it was Semper versus Suppy in the finals. The final game was on Interloper. Semper, I just all of a sudden my mind went blank on his end. Semper went for a really mech build, I don't know how, and he went for a large amount of siege tanks, but he went for that sort of Gumio style. He went for his own style, since not many people can really replicate Gumio style. They did against Su in the finals, and in the later matches in Season 3, just going on now. And he made a load of siege tanks, he went Thors, he went for Hellbats, and he pushed his way slowly towards Suppy, and all of a sudden he tried to go Swarm Host against it, and it just wasn't very effective. He just couldn't get any other units to back this up, because Swarm Hosts just have one use. They are, once every minute you're throwing something at the mech, but it just moved out so quickly that Semper was able to take down bases of Suppy and entrench himself in Suppy's base, which was really nice. And I'll be ready for
I think we are just
match.
waiting on Target to come back. You said 1 minute? Be there, and just waiting on him to come back, and we'll be able to get into this next match. But, so, well, what's some of the honors you've had of like going to an event and actually being able to watch, like in person, like any events you've watched?
I've not actually done many events. I mean, I've only just really like Kickstart, because I've been around in StarCraft for a long time, and I've only just started to really get into like StarCraft properly, because I'm going to Epic LAN, which is a UK LAN, next month in October, and then I'm going to Valencia next year. But I've not actually been to any other live events recently, because there's nothing really in Europe too much. There's a couple things in Germany, there's Home Story Cup, but most things are in America or in Sweden or in Asia.
I will have the honor this year of actually going out to BlizzCon for my second year.
Oh, really? That's brilliant, that is. Wow.
Actually, I have to say, out of every event that I've been to, it's just straight from any kind of convention, anime, freaking, I don't know, some land out in the middle of nowhere. BlizzCon is the place to be. It really is, because when you get there for all your favorite games in one place, from one company that you've like fallen in love with since, who knows, high school, maybe earlier. All right, Target is back, folks. But it's just a matter of you get to experience it there in person. And to be honest, I really didn't wander around the venue too much. I stayed in the StarCraft arena.
I don't blame you. Did you go last year? Did you say? Did you see
I did go last year. I did see Beyond win in person. It is so good.
I'm a massive Beyond fanboy. I have a Beyond shrine. Undaunted in the chat will tell you that.
A Beyond shrine. I like it. I like it.
Beyond shrine. Yes,
hey man,
I am.
I've had to find a Terran to replace in my heart since Polt retired and will no longer be with us. It's Beyond. It's Beyond, you know? Like
it's Beyond. Beyond is so much better than Polt. Like Polt was an American, then it's like, oh, okay, well, Beyond's just it. Beyond is Beyond.
Hey, Polt was Korean American. He went back to Korea for his military time that was required of him.
Well, he adopted the American culture like nobody else.
He did.
There was no other American that was at the forefront because Neeb wasn't really around there. And the best players he had was like Kiwikan and like Jon Snow, those sorts of players. Because I don't think M. Canning was really bad then either. He wasn't like top level.
No nothing, Jon Snow.
Indeed. Like the only North American hopes were like Huck and Scarlet. There's no one for American. Then Polk comes over and he just all of a sudden takes on that American culture and flies the US flag. It's like, huh? And I can agree why you Americans would love him.
Alright, floor is yours for the intro.
Beyond is in my heart.
You need to bring it back here for this match. So, floor is yours, good sir. Would you like to introduce target? Yep. My top left.
Alright then, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ascension to Aya in the diamond match of this series. He brought the series to 2-2, taking 2 consecutive wins. We have Sonic Aftermath target.
There we go. Alright, spawning down in the bottom right-hand corner, one of my favorite players to throw into these matches is the red Zerg player with the name Xerxes from Inside Gaming. A little bit about Xerxes, I think he, next to one of our players named Too Drunk, he probably has the best record in the clan for matches. He's been one of our ace players for a long time. And I do believe, if I remember right, he played in DreamHack a couple years ago. I forget who he wound up against, it was like Nurture or something like that, but he made first couple games. When you run into a pro player later, it's forget.
Yeah, I mean, whatever level you're at, once you run into a pro player, it's just so over.
Yeah, outside StarCraft, my favorite game, probably shooter market, is Halo. And if anybody follows the Halo scene, you'll know Snipe Down. And I'm gonna say that was probably the most entertaining ladder match I've ever played in a Halo game. Was trying to out BR Snipe Down, who's like this godlike sniper. You know, it's insane. And
I've never actually followed the Halo scene. I've never played the game even. Call it heresy, whatever you want.
I'm not. No, man. I don't knock it. I completely respect that you haven't played it because mainly Halo is a game that came out back in my high school days and has completely fallen off since then. And from there, like I said, I wanted to stay in that scene, but it just wasn't there for me. Like I lost the team I wanted to play with, and after that, it just died out. And now I'm here in StarCraft. Probably the next game is a better community. I would say a less toxic community. It can get pretty toxic. It can get pretty toxic, but I will say it probably has the most respectful community in terms of like helping out new players. You know, being there just to chat. That's why I stay out of general chat too, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Those guys are invested into the community are so much nicer than most other communities.
Alrighty, we do see possibly what I was talking about, the Marine Hellbat push coming out here for target.
Yep, but it looks like it's just going to open up Hellion Banshee right now. As we do just see the first Hellions coming out, they're going to start going across the map. They're going to see what they can do. They can maybe get a bit of drone damages.
Actually,
Xerxes just not gone for many Zerglings at all.
Xerxes actually spots the fact that there is a factory on the front here, so he may opt into the roaches sooner, or maybe just more queens?
Yeah, more queens is definitely the best option, but enough lings, and you will get damage done on these Hellions because you can get the really nice surrounds. So I believe lings are faster than Hellions. I
We
might be
do
wrong.
have an Evo chamber on the way here, so that he may be opting into that Roach composition. You know, get that +1 attack going, Roach speed going after your lair. No Roach Warren just yet, though. So wait and see on that. On the other side of the map, yeah, okay, so here we go. We are going to have possibly that Marine Hellbat push. There should be, there it is, okay. Armory goes down for target. And from here,
Yep, so
it's just a matter. It is just a matter of how many roaches and how many queens can you get out to stop this.
Absolutely, and I do really like that move of getting that +1 carapace. That makes sure that you just usually need an extra shot on each Hellion to kill off the lings once that is done.
Thank you for the follow, Majin Bear. Sorry.
Yeah, getting the extra carapace really helps in Ling versus Hellion battles.
There is a queen stuck out here in the open. Which transfuse? There's no transfuse. The only transfuse is on that queen, actually.
Or just so the Ling's pushing it into his own demise there. A little sad, and we do have the layer coming down already. I think we're going to have Roach speed coming out as soon as this Roach Warren is done.
That is looking like what it's going to be. He did throw down his second Evo chamber, I thought. Yeah, he did. We should see +1 missile come out of that as well. Carapace going to finish up and help push us away. The Roaches should be popping out here. They actually just started up. So it's a matter of time. As long as he holds on here before these Hellbats get too many Hellbats do come out, he should be able to hold on. But we do have a drop coming out here for target in the south side.
Looks like it's going to be the Hellion drop. And I think we're going to see the double pronged attack where we're going to have Hellions come through the front because that door is wide open right now. And those Hellbats forming up now.
But there is a Spine Crawler here to help with these Hellions, so...
I think so, but I don't think it'll be enough if you can just run in. Bit of a standoff there. Roaches don't want to engage the Hellbats, and the Hellbats don't want to engage the Roaches.
Ooh.
However, the move command is going to go down. Oh, and all those Hellbats are just sacrificed.
Oh, wait, hold on. He's paying attention to something on the other side of the map, because we do have a run by a Lings here. Not finding any damage. They did find 3 SCVs. Okay, he's finally going into the mineral line there. He was just focusing down depots. He is going to find...
Man, it was a really nasty F2 there by Target there. I think that could have cost him the game. Because his position has been completely lost.
He is having to come all the way back from across the map to defend this. Hellions on the wrong side of this wall. As 9 SCVs do come down, get taken out here.
10 SCVs. Oh, this is so good for Xerxes right now. And Target, I think he's crumbling slightly under the pressure. It's his 3rd game in a row. So...
Let's see which way Xerxes takes us, actually. We're going to see the Roach Hydra composition here. We're going to see Ling Roach Ravager. He's got a lot of... He just made a round of drones. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're just going to see a lot of Roaches into Ravagers very, very soon. Since it's so good against a lot of mechs. Since if they get the siege tanks out, the Ravager biles good at taking down siege tanks really nice and quickly.
Xerxes map awareness with that Overlord in the middle of the map here. That Watchtower is going to catch these Hellions coming into the 3rd base here. Not going to find much damage because they are just going to drive into their doom. 2 will make it out.
Just.
Indeed.
Just. And we do see Xerxes taking a considerable lead. I think it's, what, a quarter of extra workers there.
Indeed. 44 to 33 in worker count here. 42 to 20 in army. I'm starting to like Target's position less and less.
Yeah, and the composition is going for is going to be less and less effective against what Xerxes has. Just in standby as defense, it's just Roaches.
We do have the Hydra. Hydra Nest just finished. Hydra's Den just finished.
Yeah, so it looks like we are going to have the Roach Hydra composition here. Maybe the couple of Ravagers mixed in just for good measure, but I'm not sure how long Target has left in this game. Since he's fighting so many minerals, I think he's slightly in tilt mode, I think.
Yeah, at this point, that's not the best place to be at all. I mean, he can spin it very quickly just by throwing down to 3rd base and maybe walling this off a little bit before any kind of push shows up. There's no tanks on the production tab either, and I really dislike that. I guess our Roach composition, tanks are going to be everything.
Yeah, so you just need so many tanks to be able to take down those Roaches as quick as possible, because you don't want them touching your bio. If the Roaches start touching your bio, then it's really hard to deal with, because they munch through your bio really quickly, because the high damage just outdoes all the medevac heals.
Finally adding on the tanks, he is going to have +1 ground weapons for this as well, for his mech units.
Yeah, it does look like he's going to a biomech composition. He's going to go into 3 tech lab factory production,
His third
which
base.
is interesting. Yeah, on 2 base. He is getting that 3rd base, but he has no idea what else is going on in the map. He has no map vision, so a Ling run by could do massive havoc,
Actually,
even though he
Xerxes
hasn't got one laid up.
Xerxes doesn't even actually know about this third base, by the way. Overlord is in position here to scout it, but I feel if he knew that was there right now, I feel he could actually get in a really good position here to take this fight. He's up 40 army supply, 50 army supply here. He's actually just going to go up for the 4th base. We do have a run by of a Roach over here for 4th base. This poor Roach.
Yeah, Xerxes is moving out to take out that 3rd base, I think.
No, it's going to be for the 4th.
Which is also a 4th base.
Yeah, he spots the 4th. There is a 3rd base up. And like I said, Xerxes didn't spot this 3rd base up here in the low ground position. But he is going to be able to come over here and probably snipe out this 4th. He's just backing up. Rally up. He's probably just going to max out and push out from there.
I think so. He's just going to accumulate more and more of a supply lead and then just push out. Since you don't want to attack with Roach Hydra in low numbers, since they just seem to melt to bio, especially with tanks in support.
He is adding on that +1 melee, by the way. And a Bailing Nest.
I think he's going to go straight up to Hive, and that +1 weapon, melee weapon is going to be for those Ultralisks that will come out. Oh, and he's not going to quite lose those medevacs. That would have been a great snap if we could get them. But these Hydras just in a position just to get shredded by that bio.
Ooh, the tank did siege up.
Jumps right on top. He's going to take down each of these tanks and the rest of the Terran army, and I think this could be GG right here, right now. There's nothing here to defend these bases, apart from these 3 tanks that are sieged up.
That's a lot of firepower in these 3 tanks, though.
It is. Xerxes needs to pull out of this, but he's going to lose so much if he tries to go in for it.
Okay, I like this move. He's actually just going to rotate around up here to this 3rd base location and start picking up SCVs, possibly the command center.
Oh, and there's no Hydra speed either. It's not even started Hydra speed.
He is finally going to pull back here. He is rallying more Hydras across the map. I wonder... I hope he sees that, because honestly, if he walks these into this tanks... No, okay, he is just going to swing around here to the 4th base location.
Yeah, that's a really nice move with all these Lings that will very, very soon have that +1 melee weapons. Instant pickup, very nice pull there.
It looks like...
This is going to be a...
I was about to say, about to eat my own words there. It looked like Target was about to get back into this a little bit, but this swarm of Lings gonna seal the deal.
Yeah, I think this is going to be game here. There's just nothing here for Target defend. There's no siege tanks. There's barely any bio. But the 3 factory production on those siege tanks is really helping him. But I still don't think it's going to be enough. There's just so many Lings, so many Hydras coming out with the +1 weapons now just finishing. They're going to shred through everything. Oh, and the Banelings. Although I don't think that's a good call. With the amount of siege tanks, splash damage is going to destroy the Banelings so quickly.
Actually, he might actually be able to make this work. Bailing speed is about to finish up here with these hooks. He is just going to knock out this orbital. And I imagine
he could do it, but...
Come on, man. Come on, Volt. This, you gotta know, man. Enough Banelings, it won't matter. It's not gonna matter once the Banelings do roll in.
But there's 2 siege tanks at that.
There's 2 siege tanks, true. But again, with enough Banelings, you will overpower just about anything. And it looks like Xerxes does see that, because he is just adding on more Hydras here.
I mean, Xerxes doesn't really need to take this engagement. He can just contain Target, and he can go for the win from there. And that's all he really needs. Keep him on 1 base, and then he can just macro ahead. It's a slower, less interesting way to go, but it's going to secure you victory.
Yeah, but 100 army supply to 17. I think this...
And he's pulling the workers now.
This one's dead, boys.
There's more Hydras than there are workers now.
He's dead, Jim.
23, 4 workers going down.
He's dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim, unfortunately. Oh, and the dance, the GG well played.
Oh, Xerxes throwing the BM. Oh, gotta love it. I gotta love it. And that's what keeps StarCraft fresh right there.
I feel sorry for Target there. He went for the well-mannered, GG well played, and there was Xerxes in the same second going for the dance. Nasty. GG well played.
We do have in the chat Xerxes being a little bit more mannered about it.
Yeah, it was very well played by both players. Although Target, I think, was just on a slight bit of tilt.
Yeah, I do believe once an Overlord saw the factory, it didn't matter if it died, it got what it needed. And that was the fact he did see the Hellions come out. And at this point in time, with the way the game is, there's really only 2 options, maybe 3 at most, you'll see out of that factory play. It could be for double Widow Mines, but that early in the game, it's obviously for Hellions. Which means you immediately just throw down a Spore, wall off your natural a little bit, and you'll be able to hold against the Hellions and hold against that Banshee in the back. Or maybe that Reaper comes, or what is it, Raven? The Raven comes out after that?
It's usually a Banshee that comes out.
I have seen people opt for the Raven, though. I think Special did it at one point in time.
I think so, but the Raven is just so much more expensive, and it doesn't really guarantee as much damage, because it doesn't rely on that energy, whereas the Banshee can cloak, and it's a much harder counter to drones and queens.
We are just waiting on a map pick for the next map. Oh man, I hope this is... Oh, come on, Catalina. Please let it be Catalina.
Oh man. That would be an interesting final match. Catalina, I believe this is going to be another... No, it's going to be ZVZ.
ZVZ, the first one of the night. What are your thoughts on ZVZ right now?
Oh man, it's crazy. I hate casting ZVZ because, especially at this time of night, it's 20 past 3 and crazy things happen. And I think these guys can play a really nice ZVZ. But it often goes one of 2 ways. It either stays Lingbane, hyper aggressive, really early game, or it just sort of comes over that hump and all of a sudden you go into roaches. And then someone will probably make the muta switch. If it's the Korean style, you often see in North America, people mostly just go for just mass roaches a lot of the time. But I think they are copying a lot of the Koreans now and going for that muta. But it'll be interesting to see what these guys do, since they are very similar in skill level, I think.
Do have...
And it will be Interloper.
Is a Masters 3 versus a Diamond 1 here.
The question is, are they close in MMR? That's the thing.
True. MMR always the kicker.
And I think this is the last life here for Psionic Aftermath. They need to win 2 matches in a row here. Matoshi, you gotta do this for us, man. You gotta do it. I believe in you, bro.
Alright, both players have given the ready up, and we are go. Yeah, one thing about ZVZ though, like, there's always a time and place to keep on that Ling Bane style. And it's all a matter of timing. If you transition too early, a good Ling Swarm will kill you. And that's if you try to get into the roaches, because you know, once the swarm of Ling catches roaches out in the middle of the open, or even back home, even if you have defender's advantage, they will kill off the roaches. So it's all a matter of timing.
Absolutely, but I have seen, I think it was the other day, I was watching Starkiller versus, who was it? It was someone else in a ZVZ just like this. Starkiller just went hatch first, no gas, just went straight into Lings, and he held off a 12-13. Just went straight all in, 2 bases, just constantly going Lings, and he got no gas whatsoever. He just held off with Slowdings and Queens and Spine Crawlers. It was like, so I'm prepared to see anything in this game, absolutely anything.
Alright guys, and as my player is first up on the screen here, that's how we will do this. In bottom right corner is the Insights Gaming Blue Zerg player of Xerxes. Looking to close this series out. In the top left hand corner, Volt, would you mind?
Yep, and in the top left-hand corner, his opponent needs to win the next 2 games in a row to secure Psionic Aftermath's victory. We have Mulugiv, also known as Matashi. Look at that name. Look at that
it is. That's why I just called him Aya, Aya. I don't, man.
Well, I'm gonna go with his BNet name and call him Matashi.
Matashi. All right, we will go with Matashi.
We'll go with that, but we won't never speak of North.
I don't mean to laugh at people's names. They all come up with them from somewhere. Sometimes it has some.
Someone in the chat will tell me how to say pronounce it.
Oh gosh, what's the diamond? Anyway, as we do
What's
have both players here.
Diamond?
A Diamond? A Diamond?
A Diamond in the
Diamond?
chat. What is it? Diamond? See, I can't pronounce right now. Words are struggling, man.
Words. Words are hard. They're always
Words are
hard. Both players opening up for a very similar style of pool or hatch gas pool.
Yeah, absolutely. Both players opening up mirror. However, slightly faster queen out for Xerxes, meaning that Matashi got that extra drone out, just that slightly bit faster. So it's going to secure that slight drone lead, 20 to 18 right now.
However, as Xerxes links are the first to pop here, I'm a little curious to see what he does with these. Looks like he is actually just going to go to scout. Yeah, okay, he only has 2. So he's already scout. Maybe to try and pick off that drone or 2. 1 drone. My bet is 1 drone here. As they do run past each other. 1 drone.
I'm going to go with everything, because
everything?
This is Matashi. This is Matashi. Is Psionic Aftermath. He's going to kill everything. All of a sudden, and the really quick Evo chamber. That could foreshadow maybe some timing attack.
Where's the Baneling Nest? I imagine this is for Carapace. Or even melee.
I think it's going to be more likely for Carapace, because that's going to be a lot more effective. Because if you have less Zerglings, then the Carapace is going to affect you a lot more. Keeping those Lings alive is more important than killing your shit faster. And we are going to see a really quick Roach Warren coming down. So are we going to have like a +1 come down as well? Oh, it's going to be +1 melee. Huh?
He's going to go for melee. Where's the Baneling Nest behind this? Is he Baneling Nest yet? I imagine that is going to be for... Really curious at what Xerxes does. He does some really interesting things here every now and then. This is actually rather interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, he put down the Roach Warren as the Overlord was scouting, so he did see... So, Matashi did think he saw a Roach Warren. He probably did click on it and identify it as a Roach Warren, but this is just going to be a Ling all in.
Here we go. About to say, Xerxes does some weird things. Like, he will... I've seen him cancel speed and opt for a faster Spire against a Protoss before he went Ling Bling Hydra. And I would say those 9 mutas he built that game got far more damage than I think I've ever seen mutas get in this level of play. It was like 2 Archons and Nexus, and I don't know, like 4 Zealots or something like that, and a Warp Prism.
Oh man, that's crazy, but this is just... all these Lings are going to do nothing while that Queen's there. He's in a position where he can double wall off with the Queen, and he's going to get that Spine Crawler down, and he's going to go straight for the Evo Chamber, get the full wall off that way. Very nice moves here by Matashi.
Xerxes starting to spread out the damage a little bit on this Roach Horn. If he gets this, he can cancel speed, but the first Roaches are out. There's 3 out so far.
And I think this is going to be it. All these Lings are just going to go down, and he just... Oh, another Evo Chamber goes down. I think he can cancel these Evo Chambers now and stick one of those Queens in there. But he's just going to stick with it. He's going to go for those 3 Queens.
We do have
3 Evo Chambers.
Xerxes starting to build that Spine Crawler for us in fear of a counter attack. And let's keep in mind, he also does have the 3rd base down already. So he can drone up on that and get an economy lead there.
Absolutely, but that's a lot of Spine Crawlers. That's a big investment that he could have been using into more Lings, into a Roach Warren, or even a Leia, which he already has. So into more tech, which he's going to go straight into Spire for.
Fire on the way.
So I think he's going to be using these Spine Crawlers to try and hold off Matashi if he goes for that counter attack, while he gets the time to get the Spire up, to get possibly +1 weapons, and then go for the mutas.
Is Matashi stuck in his base right now?
No, I don't believe so.
His Roaches are in a very interesting position. I figured they would have jumped out by now.
Oh,
yeah, he's stuck. Yeah, he walled himself in.
Oh man, the Brood War style wall-offs there. It looks like you could get through, but you just can't. Yeah,
Xerxes actually getting a nice cancel on that 3rd base, by the way. Is going to keep him as that economic lead. But Matashi is starting to move out here, and it's a matter of timing, as the Spire is not quite finished yet for Xerxes. He has to hold on with nothing but Lings, Queens, and Spine Crawlers.
No, but the Roach speed is done right here, and these Spine Crawlers are just not going to be down in time, and he's going to be able to focus down these really well. He's going to be able to one-shot each of these Spine Crawlers.
24 Lings on the way, and Spire about to finish, by the way. So if Xerxes holds on here, he'll be in a very good position. He does get a nice surround on these Roaches.
the surface area of these roaches is just so large.
This is
and
exactly.
They do have those +1 weapons as well.
This is exactly what I was talking about. If you get to surround all those roaches with them wings, they will die.
Absolutely, and they still, with that +1 weapons and no extra armor for those roaches, they do 5 damage to each of those roaches, which is quite a lot when you think about it. Cheap Zerglings aren't half fast to attack, at least.
We do have +2 missile attack and carapace, +1 carapace coming out from Matashi here. But with the third base being as far behind as he is, and the first muta's on the way, I'm really starting to feel Matashi might actually be in a bit of a trouble here.
I think so, but he's got the better tech. It's going to last him a lot better. But these mutas coming out could spell disaster here.
+1 missiles coming out for his mutas, actually. They're going to go on top of this third base, and we'll actually probably... Yeah, they will clean this up, because there's no Hydras. Hydras are just now coming up.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be too little too late. This third base is going to go down. And Xerxes has just been... It's just so far ahead in work account, and he's got that third base for mining.
Keep in mind, though, he doesn't have any upgrades for these mutas, and 201 just finished for the Hydras.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point. That means these Hydras are going to be so much harder to take down and focus fire down. They can do so much more damage to these Mutalisks. With a beautiful transfuse on the Hydra to stop them from going down.
Looking to see if he picks off any more of these Overlords. Oh, Xerxes, there you go. Bit of bias there, but he's just missing so many like Overlords as he flies by there.
Yeah, but he's going to go for him now. And
this will actually supply cap Matashi.
I don't like this expansion position here for Natashi because of the rocks there. It's just, once you break them down, it's so easy just to pick off because the roaches and the Hydras won't be able to get by.
His army completely out of position here as these mutas do make their way into the main base, trying to find the gas guy. We'll get the extractor, we'll find some drone kills.
Yeah, delaying that gas count is really, really nice, especially when Natashi is on 2 bases and
it
doesn't look like he's going to be expanding for too easily if these mutas can spot what's going on.
Yeah, I think Xerxes is finally actually picking up on it.
I hope so, but it doesn't seem like he has. He's going to snipe these upgrades, though.
Also, a very good pick off here. The mobility of these mutas is actually just probably might end up killing Matashi in the end, actually.
I think so. It's just going to force him into a position where he's just going to suffocate. Because he can't really get a base. And look, he just walks upon this base and he's going to snipe it.
By the way,
if he'd taken down that rock tower on the way, he could have done so much damage.
Xerxes just reinforced with 17 more roaches. +2 melee is on the way.
Oh man, that's a really good strategy though, because these roaches are going to be able to take down these Hydras so well. Because it's just going to... because Natashi is going to be...
There's no sport color. There's no sport color than natural. Oh, it's underneath the Overlords. Okay. I was about to say, man. That would have been a mistake.
He just missed it.
Yeah. Actually, really well hidden there.
Yeah, it's in Natashi's interest to get more and more Hydras out, and these roaches are going to do really well against them. Oh, but the engagement against these queens is not very good here for Xerxes. He's losing so many of these Mutalisks. But I think they've done their purpose.
They have done their purpose, so he's just freeing up supply here. Take a look at the units killed here. It's 58 to 44, so it's relatively even. Still in favor of Matashi, actually. But the thing is, 7 drones have been killed to these mutas, and the worker count being 60 to 42. And Xerxes also taking that 4th base up here to the north. It's starting to come down to the wire here. I feel Xerxes might actually close it out with this push, as he is just waiting for... Baneling speed?
It appears so. Like, it's really nice against Hydras. What I've seen Suppy do recently, because there's been on a massive resurgence recently in skill, really. And he played against EVZ, so he forced the Zerg into a situation like this, where they go really heavy in the Hydra count, and then just go Baneling speed, going for the Zerglings, and they just crush the Hydras. Allowing the mutas to come in, allowing the Hydras, the Roaches, to come in and actually destroy the opponents. And I think that's what Xerxes' plan is, possibly.
There it is, the mass production of wings, the Banelings. 16 Banelings being made here. Because he is just trying to open up the map here. One thing about Interloper is these rocks do close off a lot of the map, but these Banelings are out in the open. Oh no. Oh, the lurkers. There's no detection.
They're all just bunching up atop.
Did Matashi just swing this back?
Oh my god, 45 roaches just went down there in one single fell sweep. I think that could have just been a throw of the entire game. I think that was just the most insane thing I've watched. Because there are no spore crawlers here at home.
Oh my gosh! If somebody doesn't clip that, I'm gonna be sad.
That was, I'm a little lost for words for that because that was just so.
And I think Xerxes.
I didn't realize that there were all these lurkers around.
Yeah, I think Xerxes is realizing that too. Just shaking his head. I mean, what's he trying to reinforce with here? 3 mutas? 4 mutas?
I think this is beyond shaking your head. I think this is QXC moment. Smash up your keyboard.
This is Naniwa GTFO mode here.
I mean, wow,
thank you for the follow, well-rested guy. Thank you for the follow. Do you remember that match when Naniwa tried to proxy 2-gate Pult? And the Reaper gets his scout?
Yes, and didn't he win as well? Didn't Pult win?
Yeah, Pult won the match. And then it took Naniwa longer to decide if he wanted to continue playing or not.
Oh man, there's so many good matches like that.
And Xerxes will tap out here, taking the series 3-3.
Man, it's the final match. It's. Whew.
Need to see if my master split is actually here.
Right now.
We got the title at this point, guys. Come on.
I think Sonic Aftermath still has this.
Undaunted in the chat here going, you can only pronounce his name if you lick a metal pole in winter. I assume that's from Mutashi. Xerxes is really disappointed with himself, and you can see it there. 45 roaches dead in an instant.
Oh man, it was so nasty. The game was his. It looked like he was on his way to win, and then was it like 8 lurkers, and he just walks on top of the middle of the lurkers, and all the AOE on top of each other. It was crazy, man.
I actually saw this happen against. It was Dark versus Sue actually, but the difference was between those two. Dark had Ravagers, which it was just able to, just pick off the lurkers before they got any major damage done. The difference here is Xerxes just walked 45 roaches across the map and got nothing out of it. In fact, I don't even think he was on attack move before that fight started.
Oh man, the lurkers have just come up on the stream. It looks so
Oh
nasty.
my gosh.
Oh, I just had to watch that again. That was so bad.
Guys, somebody better clip that. I swear to God, if you guys don't clip that, I'm gonna be so sad.
I am hurt by that. Daunted just like the oh. Throw of the century.
Bit of a nuisance here. Alright, okay, he's here. I got my wish at least. Only map left.
Ooh. Oh man, are you sure?
It's the only map left. This is game 7. We played all 7 maps.
Oh man, this is gonna be good. So it's gonna be a PVZ, I believe.
It will be a PVZ.
Oh man, oh man. Second Protoss and third Zerg. It's probably just been Terrans, so I'm surprised to see the ZVZ, and now we're gonna see a ZVP as well.
Alright, I gotta do this, guys. Gotta do it. This is Catalina. Thank you for the follow, COD fan. There's another follow that went out.
You scared me.
Hold up.
Time out, everyone.
Apparently the order didn't get fixed there. Surprise, everybody! I'm playing. Good. You hear Volt?
I'm here. I didn't know if you were still playing that.
Oh, I had it, man. I had him. I got so hyped up in playing it.
Right, we'll just forget you did that. Just do it again.
Just do it again? Alright, boys.
Just do it again.
You said I gotta do it again. We're gonna do it again. Because he said I have to do it again.
Of course. You have to do it as I say. Because Sonic Aftermath is going to win this.
Oh. Going out the BM there.
It's fighting talk. It's fighting talk.
Oh, man. Sorry, base trade. I had to. Thanks for the follows, guys. Who was that? Who just followed? Kid Commando. Alright, this time I got it right. I apologize.
Ooh, same positions, isn't it?
It actually is same position. I think it is.
I think it's the exact same positions.
And I am on your player first, so if you would like to introduce him.
Of course. So spawning in the 1 o'clock position, we have bringing his time in this series up 1 game. He needs 1 more game to close it here for Sonic Aftermath. We have Matashi.
I was actually a little bit confused as to whether this player right here, and I realized my mistake, the yellow Rodas Pieces, looking to close this series out, you know, with spectacular fashion. Before it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Boy, this is, guys, say no to Stim.
Don't hold your breath.
Hey man, he's saying no to Stim. The best upgrade in the game, he's saying no to it.
However, Matashi can't get Stim, and nor can say no to Stim.
That's why he's saying no to it and went Protoss. Yeah, I got this. I got this.
I see where you're going with this.
Thank you for the follow, Cassie Boy Jr.
Oh man, you know what I hate to see on this Mass Oracle? Oh god. It's fun at first when people like Classic, when people like Has do it, because it's like it seems like it's a one-up and it's just so good, but then everyone starts doing it. And sometimes it falls flat on its face, and it just isn't very spectacular, and it isn't great to watch, but it's just so popular. It's turning into the 3 Rapture Reaper of the PvZ matchup.
How long before they nerf, what is it, not Revelation, what is
Oracles.
It? Oracle, yeah, how long before they nerf that beam, man?
It should have been when they released it in HOTS, but, you know, we are, what, 4 years down the line? Nearly 5, so... I don't know, Rotty.
Indeed, tasteless. Thank you for the follow, Jesus. These shoes, Jesus. I'm gonna go with Jesus.
I mean, Rotty and Tasteless casting together, not that uncommon since I think they did cast together in GSL vs. the World, man. That was good.
Tastosis is where it's at. Always been Tastosis, and
it's always been Tastosis.
It's been Tastosis since the dawn of time. And I just want to throw out here that everything looking pretty standard so far. Stim did get the first scout on Matashi here. And still looking to block that 3rd base, and Matashi's just exposed to the right.
Yeah, and I think we had Gateway Expand out for Say No to Stim. Can I just call him Stim?
Yeah, just call him Stim. We all call him Stim.
We all call him Stim.
Or
Yeah, I think we should just Gateway expand it.
if you reverse his name, just call him Nitz. Go get it. Go get it.
Oh, okay.
He was doing this to me for a while. He started calling me Igum. He reversed my name, so I started calling him Nitz. Yeah. Deal with it.
See, when you say reverse your name, I thought you meant like Stim to no say, that sort of thing.
No,
like,
if you completely reverse it and say it from beginning to end, it's like Mitso to Niaz?
Wait. Mitzot on Yaz. Mitzot on Yaz. I think that's it.
We do have a Ling run by here at the front door of Stim. Fall off a couple gateways, gonna shoo this away. And the Motion Core here, enough energy for it looks like 2 photon overcharges.
No, we do see our tech coming down. It's going to be the Robo Base. So Oracle Phoenix play is going to be completely out of the question here. So I think this could be Immortals. But he doesn't see whether that Matashi is going for roaches or anything along those lines.
No,
Although Immortals are generally good units.
He does pick off the Overlord, but not before the Robo gets spotted. I'm a little curious here as to whether or not he plans to go... Okay, no, he's adding on the Sentry. So yeah, he is going to go for that... Just a general mix of Immortals, Sentries, and Stalkers.
I think this might be an Immortal Sentry bust. Because that was really common, like... God, it's one of the oldest builds in the book, surely.
Stim.
I think.
Stim is known for doing stuff, man. Terran
This
is
like
pylon
super old school,
rushes.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Terran is pylon rushes and oracles. Here it's I'm going to build sentries and overlords and Galactica. I see 3 base out of Zerg right now. Just droning up. Roach Warren down.
Oh man, yeah, this is totally going to be an Immortal Sentry bust with the Gateway explosions coming down without a third base. I don't believe. No, I mean he had the money for it, but he didn't want to expand. Yeah, with that Gateway explosion, he's just going to go all in on this attack.
Thank you for the follow, Wang sir. Wang sir. Wang sir. Wang sir. Wang sir. Wang Wang.
Right, so we are going to see a third base out of Stem.
Yeah,
So
he's going to extra behind this.
wrong.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He might actually go for it and extra behind us, hoping maybe to get to third base of Zerg.
I think he will still go for it because he's building himself up for it. He's going for the heavy sentry count. He's building up their energy really early on. Make sure he get as many force fields and guardian shields as possible. And to counter this, Mutashi's going roaches, and that's really nasty. I don't like that. I mean, it's easy to just say plainly I don't like it, but with the Immortals coming out, it's they just crush roaches, and with the guardian shields and the force fields, it's so easy just to limit the firepower of these roaches.
We do have roach speed and +1 missile coming, by the way, so that could equal things out. But it's going to come down to whether
the roach speed is going to be massive, but I don't think it's going to be as them. There's just so much out here for Stim as he just moves across the map, and
he's not adding on queens either.
And
yeah, he's not adding on any queens. There's no Ravagers in this composition to knock down that Warp Prism. That's going to be big here. If that Warp Prism goes down, Stim can't reforce. He can't micro with that.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot harder to reinforce.
Thank you for the follow, a zombie king. There's one more before that. I do believe that was Ors Hova? Man, the follows are just coming in like crazy now.
I know, man. These names are just hard to pronounce.
Ray DePrawl, thank you for the follow.
Oh, and the Warloff in the main there. But he's not going to be able to wall off behind his... Oh, and the Immortal micro right there, picking up, trying to save all his equipment, but I think there's too much here.
Oh, and the wall off on the ramp.
Very nice.
But the Ravagers finally here.
Good, though.
Yeah, the Ravagers are finally here, though. He's not knocking down the force... Okay, he finally knocked down the force field, because you can do that now. But is there enough here for Stim? That is the real question. The micro, there should be another warp in coming in here shortly.
I don't think there's enough here for Mutashi. I think he's just going to die to this.
I think it's going to be it. A time warp on the ramp.
The time warp.
That should close it. Yeah, he's trapped outside now. That should be it.
Take some sheer luck with this drone pull to actually get much done, but the constant warp ends with more and more adepts, the trash units that are being thrown at Stim is just not going to be enough. And the warp prism micro is beautiful, and more warp pins go in. And this is, I feel this is just going to be GG here.
I don't know,
There's
man.
a couple glimmers of hope, but
I've seen this before, in which Stim actually overextended a bit in a few games.
yeah, I mean, he could lose this because the forces are dwindling, and he's just going very heavy on the Adams.
Now,
So the
GG will play will be
is
called. And with that, as I called it, Insight Gaming does take the win. I didn't call it, but he did deny you. He denied your hope and dreams. Yeah, he did not deny your hopes and dreams of PsiX winning this.
Yeah, I mean, Mitashi was real close. It's a great set by everyone who played tonight.
Thank you for the follow,
So-
Kids Lexi.
Yeah, it was
It
a
was
very,
indeed.
very enjoyable night, to be honest.
It was a very enjoyable night. I love seeing matches go a whole 7, and not just 1, 2, 3, 4 done. It's always very depressing.
Yeah, it's some clutch games as well. Man, that ZVZ that we just watched.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to try and get that one in with Loco. It was such a solid game until that happened.
Oh man, of course it was. Yeah, it was crazy.
You gotta submit that. You gotta take that replay and send it into like Winner or Loco or somebody. Just see if we can get that game out there. Sorry to do it to you, Xerxes, but that was absolutely insane what happened.
Oh man, I can't believe it. To be honest, I still can't believe it. I mean, that would have been an easy 4-2 for you, but here we are. It's 4-3. Although Stim did pull off a really nice all-in. Although it wasn't even that all-in, he went for a third base. And he just had so much more than Matashi.
Dude. I mean, he did throw down the third there just to be on the safe side. Did he kill off the natural? No, he didn't even kill off the natural, so it would have been 3 base versus 3 base. Had that been shut down. But behind that, I imagine a Ling Swarm, some Ravagers. Probably just cleaned up Stim after that. But Stim holds on. He manages to close the series out 4-3. I mean, wait for the stream here to catch up and maybe catch any last second follows. As we are seeing that fight. Of course, was being thrown down on the ramp to close out the army there. So say no to Stim, closes it out 4-3, Bolt. I hope to see you Sunday, man.
I'm disappointed. I had high hopes for Matashi, but he'll have his chance to prove himself to me again. I think there's definitely a lot of potential there for, I think, another victory over you. I think we could definitely beat you in another clan war.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, it doesn't go without saying that everyone gets their time and everyone pays their dues later.
Yeah, and it definitely was not Xerxes' time to shine when it came to those lurkers.
Oh, man. Hitting right in the Fields train, man. Right in the Fields train. And we did get the clip. I love you all. I love you all. We did get the clip. There is a clip here. Where are these clips at? I gotta find that clip.
Let's have a look.
Trying. But I need to go to my channel. Actually, to my actual channel to see this. I think. No, there it is. Okay. And clips of my channel.
Daunted.
Daunted, got it. Alright, so let's throw this window capture up once. Did Matashi just swing this back?
Oh my god.
He actually clipped it just after that.
One single.
Oh no.
I think that could have just been a throw.
Alright. I appreciate the effort, Daunted.
I think that was just the most insane thing. Well, he can still go back and edit the clip.
We can. We can. That is magic. No, he got it right on. That's perfect. Swing this back?
You didn't believe in Daunted there? God.
Ah, man.
Gotta believe in the
Oh,
Daunted.
shit. What's that?
Base Daunted.
There we go. The one thing on stream that shouldn't be there. There's his email. I'm not worried about email. But with that, guys, I do wish you all a good night. You know what? I would love to do a winner's interview there, but I have to pull him in here. Hold on. Let me get him over here. You down for that?
Am I down for what, sorry?
Down to get Stim in here for a second?
Yeah, can do.
Message this. Copy it. Copy it. You at, Stimmy boy? Alright, let's getting him over here. Or maybe not. Maybe he isn't going to join. I'm kind of bummed. I'll be right back. Joined by Say No to Stem here, who does close the series out 4-3 for PsiX Gaming. Stem, what are your thoughts on that last game, man?
GG.
GG.
No, he just went in and crushed him. There wasn't really much thought to it, was there?
No, I mean it's an old build.
Yeah, it was so old. Was it like an Immortal Sentry Burst?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's like one of the oldest tricks in the book, that is.
Yep, it still works.
With that, thoughts
Yeah,
on
man.
any thoughts on
That's
the
even
series? Like any thoughts on the series, how it went?
I was here for some of it, but it seemed like you guys were pretty good at coming back into the games because we seem to be. Well, I don't know. The Xerxes match was kind of a throw with the lurkers, but yeah.
That was so good. That made me so happy.
Sorry, Undaunted. Sorry, Undaunted. I love you anyway, man. I love it.
All right. Well, yeah. GG's well played. That was a good clan war.
Indeed,
Yeah,
it
it was
was.
a good one. We'll have to do another one.
Yeah, we'll have to keep doing this.
Yep, and I'll definitely make sure you're not playing, especially not against Matashi. or
Hey.
as his name is in game.
Come on, Stem. You destroyed Volt's hopes and dreams here, man.
Sorry, man. You guys, hey, he's a good player. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys later then. I'm gonna join the other one.
All right, sounds good.
Alright,
Thanks for
see you,
joining
man.
us, Stem.
Yep.
And with that, Volt, we'll see you Sunday, I do believe.
Yes, Sunday for nothing to do with Sonic Aftermath, unfortunately. I'll have to be taking off my Sonic Aftermath journey and putting on my old jersey, my Combat Engineers jersey.
Combat Engineer. I was gonna ask you what that stood for, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hopefully next.
Now you know, though. Now you know.
Indeed, hopefully Sunday we do have enough players. Otherwise, I maybe have to join you after I play a match or two.
Oh man, I'll have to jump in there and just crush you. That'd be quite fun.
Oh no, no Smurfing, man. No Smurfs.
No
Can't
Smurf?
do that.
Well, I mean, fine. I could just drop so much MMR and become platinum. Like, guys, totally.
But all we gotta
go
do
off
then,
race.
all we gotta do then is go look at your past history and be like, oh, this guy's like master. Get him out of here.
Like, I've only got 2 guys at the moment that have like signed up so far. It's kind of annoying.
Right. I think
It's so
we're.
bad.
I think we're at. Honestly, up here.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we have like a total of 5, and I'm gonna play if need be, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But with that, guys, I want to say enjoy the rest of your Friday night as we close this out once and for all. Again, Insight Gaming does take the win 4-3.
Stop rubbing that in my face.
I can't, man. I can't. We just gotta make this cow here grow slowly bigger as it just devours the Psionic Aftermath logo.
Yeah, man. You just keep forgetting how much repeating that score hurts me.
Hey, you're gonna keep knocking my player Xerxes about the 45 roaches. I'm gonna rub it in your face anyway about the score.
Yep, man.
I'm
45
listening.
roaches.
Yeah, that was pretty disgusting.
4-3.
That was
so
pretty disgusting. Hold on. Hold on. Yes, with that, what a Korean interview. Yes, very short interview.
Very short. It's like, I just killed him, really. GG.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess. Well, Korean STEM is Korean metal, like Korean American or something.
Well, you've got to admit, I saved your ass on that interview. I actually know what I was on about.
No, I was gonna kick it off, let you need to know where this goes now. To be fair. But yes, Volt, I thank you for joining me, man. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure,
And I
man.
hope we get to cast more together, to be honest. So we can go somewhere. If we do.
I hope not, unfortunately. Because I'm
Savage.
sure your clan will just beat me up again. Like, no.
Savage.
I'll just have to get an army of Smurfs up here.
Army of Smurfs.
An
What
army of
surprised me?
Smurfs. I'll get J-Dong in here, I'll get Flash. They'll all play against it. Like, oh yeah, it's just...
That's right.
It's
That's right.
Nadong. It's Nadong and Spark.
That's
what we
right.
are.
I'll just go get Ben, alright? The American hopes and dreams for everybody. By that, I mean you. He'll just smash your old guard and be like, America, and leave.
I never said I was good. I never said I was good.
Alright.
I do play a lot. I try and play a lot on stream though.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into streaming. I'm actually waiting on the artist to come back, as I said before. She's doing some overlay work for me. And with that, I'll be online more, get more streams in.
Yeah, I'm new into the streaming thing, so I went straight in there. And because when you really low down, when you got like viewers, no followers really, you don't have settings options. And my bitrate was set to 7,500 megabits a second. Yeah, and very few people could watch that, which is quite funny. It was a good stream though. It was a good stream. I got.
I'm sure it was. Sure it was.
Yeah.
Very
First stream
clear.
went really, really
Very
well.
pretty. Yeah.
Very, very pretty. No, completely lossless. But
Nice.
man, the data caps, man, they must have destroyed them.
Yeah. Alright, one last time I'm going to close this out. Again, it's like gaming 4-3 takes to win tonight. With that, I wish you guys a happy weekend. I do believe we have a McGregor Mayweather fight coming up Saturday. As well as another clan war with Vault here. And I do believe Game of Thrones ends this weekend? Season?
But I've been following none of those other than Clan Wars. Like, Mayweather McGregor's doesn't interest me. And then Game of Thrones, I've never actually watched it.
No, that's blasphemy. That's blasphemy. Blasphemy.
Yeah, I know, it's filmed in my country, and yeah.
And you don't watch it? What?
No, never watched